Hello, hello, hello. What's up tonight, everyone? Fine Thursday and AFR release date, y'all. Good to see ya, good to see ya, good to see ya. What is up, Cody Nimmame, Shinner Wolf, Lusty, Pokemaster Matty, Captain John, Dog of Myth, Leo Stew, Ankylozor. How is everyone doing today? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Of course, it's release day for Adventures of Forgotten Realms. And if you've never been here for release day before, release day's a little different than normal streams. Hey, what's up, Jaguar? How are you? Good to see you, good to see ya. On release day, normally on a stream, we play one deck, we play two decks, and that's the whole stream. Well, today, we're going to be jumping around from deck to deck to deck, trying to get through a whole bunch of different decks. See a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and then next week, we can go more in depth on decks that we like, we can play some limited, all that kind of stuff. So, do we just start? We just started, just went live like 30 seconds ago. Hey, what's up, Strofel? How are you? So, that is the goal. We got 8 decks already, and then if we got more decks or 9 decks, maybe 9 decks already. Either way, we got a ridiculous amount of decks. So, we're just going to play like 4 or 5 best of 1 matches. Each deck, get a sampler of what our new standard is like. I want your opinion on this. My plan was, hey, what's up, Stone Rain? Good to see ya. My plan was to play normal standard today. I know there's like standard 2020, but it feels weird on release day to not play normal standard. So I was thinking, probably play normal standard tonight, and then if it's horrible and we don't like it, then we could play standard 2022, like post-rotation standard in the future. But I kind of want to see, who knows, maybe Adventures in the Forgotten Realms is way more busted than we think. Maybe it, undoes all the Bone Crushers, undoes all the Eldraine, undoes all the Ikoria stuff. So maybe this is a solution. So how many packs have I opened already? 250-ish? Somewhere around 250. So what's standard 2020? It's basically just rotated standard. It's actually standard 2022. I think I typed it wrong in some of these. But it's post-rotation standard, basically. So only Zendikar and Kaldheim and Strixhaven and Forgotten Realms are legal. But let's do our reminders and jump right into it. If you got an idea what deck you want to play first, let me know. They're all on the dock, all the decks that we currently have. So we might start off with dungeons. Well, do we start with Esper or Abzan? I don't know. Esper or Abzan dungeons? I mean, the decks that we have for today already, and maybe more will get added to the list, but we have Esper Venture. Esper Venture is a dungeon deck. It's all about the dungeons. Esper is interesting because you get a 1T to go with Flight, which is like the fastest way to complete dungeons. If you go turn 2 1T, turn 3 put a fly on it, that's double dungeon. You can be completing dungeons in 2 turns, which does some really sweet things. Also sneakily, and there's probably potential here. I don't think I've brewed it to its full potential. If you notice, a lot of the dungeon cards also happen to be party tribes. Barrowins, a cleric, we got wizard, we have a rogue. So outside of warriors, we almost naturally have a party. So we have some party stuff thrown into in this deck. So that's deck number 1, Esper Venture. We have green-black elves. This is a deck that is, I think, mostly rotation proof. Actually, this might be exclusively rotation proof. So this is kind of standard 2022 anyway, but elves just happen to be that way. But elves with Circle the Dream Druid, go wide, aggro tribal with Ranger class powering up the deck. So elves tribal. We have Naya equipment. This is a viewer submitted deck. Also post-rotation, rotation proof. Looking to use Minsk and Akiris and Nahiris and a bunch of equipment like Dancing Swords and Maul the Skyclaves and Plate Armor, along with some Bard classes and Fighter classes to get aggressive. So that's also on the list. Vecna aggro. I have 2 different Vecna decks. So Vecna aggro, I think one of the sneakily powerful aspects of Vecna is Hand of Vecna, Mr. Grimo, and remains the same. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big tip for you. Thank you. One of the sneakily powerful aspects, I think, of the Book of Vile Darkness package is Hand of Vecna with lifelink or evasive creatures. Because you can play this on turn 3, immediately equip it. So this is an aggro version of Book of Vile Darkness, where, yeah, we're trying to assemble Vecna, but our other plan is slam a Hand of Vecna, stick it on a Kitesail Freebooter, stick it on an Archfiend's Vessel, a big lifelinker, stick it on an Eye Twitch, and just beat our opponent down really quickly. Emberagant and Dark Delwa King, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Of course, we also have the other side of Vecna, Vecna Devotion. where we're trying to go big. Instead of trying to aggro people out with hand, we're trying to use the Book of Vile Darkness to up our devotion for Gray Merchants, get up to some Professor Onyxes, some Blood on this nose. So this is more like mid-range Book of Vile Darkness. So that's also on the list. We have 5-color dragons, which is, as its name suggests, a deck with a whole bunch of dragons from Gnawbones to Galazes to Adult Gold Dragons held together by Tiamat. Then we have Abzan Dungeons, our other dungeon deck, which is kind of like the other one except built around Eliwig Tumblestrum. We also have Lolth Sack, a new mono black sack with a bunch of new cards actually. Even Death seems really sweet in it. Lolth Spider Queen. Otherwise, we're like sacking pests and drawing cards, doing Sedgemoor with shenanigans, and Treasure Dragons. This is a more focused dragon deck. This is Teamer Dragons, and I think this deck's kind of cute. The idea of this deck is we're trying to 20 people fairly with Inferno Star Mounts with old Gnawbones. We can play dragons, we attack with dragons, we smack our opponent with dragons, we make a bunch of treasures, we double the treasure mana. That lets us get to 20 with Inferno, smash our opponent to death, direct damage from Inferno. So those are the decks for now. If there's a deck that's missing, keep in mind there's a couple of... You don't like those lands? I like those lands. AGK Mark, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you, thank you. You usually watch on YouTube at X2 speed. You sound so weird now. Yeah, I bet I do sound a little bit different. If there's a deck that's missing, keep in mind it might possibly be coming up on YouTube in the next couple of days. So there's a couple of decks that I've been working on, but I don't like to usually do decks on stream and then post them on YouTube like the day after. So there's a couple of themes that are not here that you might be like, wait, why are we not playing that? And the answer is probably it's coming up on YouTube in the near future. So I don't currently have a Drizzt deck. I'm not sure what to do with Drizzt. Drizzt just feels like a fine mid-range threat rather than a build around, but Even Death, yes. The Lol Sack deck is the most even death of decks we have tonight. So anyway, let's do our reminders and start playing Magic, because we got a lot to get through. That's 9 decks. Also, if you have decks in the chat, hey, Codename, I like the idea of your Bant deck. That sounds like a cool... I haven't really tried Bant. I've tried Esper, I've tried Abzan, but I haven't really tried Bant Dungeon. So maybe that'll be something we try. I was gonna say, if you have decks that you would like to try, make sure to let me know in the comments. So anyway, reminders, and then Magic. First, replay YouTube. That's where you'd find all the old streams, including this one in the future. Treasure Dragons. Yeah, Treasure Dragons does sound pretty sweet. Normal YouTube. Tons of stuff coming up on the YouTube. Modern, lots of standards. Starting tomorrow, our first Forgotten Realms video, top 10 videos. So much new stuff on the YouTube. A reminder that our sponsor tonight, Purple Source Rex. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super chat for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Purple Source Rex. Thank you, thank you. A reminder that our sponsor tonight is Card Kingdom. If you need some Dungeons and Dragons cards of your own, or maybe a Bloodbraid Elf, or another Bloodbraid Elf, or a River of Tears for some reason, you can get them at cardkingdom.com, even get a free goldfish sticker. Let them know you want one, they'll hook you up, so thank you to Card Kingdom for supporting the show. Otherwise, merch page, tokens, t-shirts, playbets, get away to support the stream and the channel and the site. Donations, always appreciated, never required. $2 or more gets your message read on stream. So what are we starting with? What's deck number 1? No mono white Oswald. I do not have an Oswald deck. You have an Oswald list? I mean, if you have a sweet list, I'm definitely willing to check it out and try it. So if you have a sweet mono white Oswald list, I don't know. I really don't know how to make Oswald work in standard. I have to imagine the other thing with Oswald. Boy, Oswald seems like it probably gets a little better after rotation. Pokemaster Maddie, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wino Boreno Battlehammer in the Naya equipment deck. So this is a viewer submitted deck. So I didn't actually build this one. Let's look at Battlehammer real quick. Each creature you control gets +2/+0 for each equipment attached to it. Rather, you may pay 0 rather than the equip cost for the first equip you pay each turn. I mean, it seems like it'd be fine. I think the question is, how many 4-drops can you play? Is it better than Helvar? Is it better than Icing Death? Is it better than Nahiri? I could see throwing it in as a one-of. Like, I don't think it's unpowerful. But is it as powerful as other competing options, I think is the question. So, hey, what's up, Gruzzy Beck? How are you? Good to see you. How have y'all been doing with Standard? Have you started playing it? Esper? All right, people want to see Esper Ventures. Let's play Esper Ventures to start with. And we're doing best of one tonight, so we can get through as many matches as possible. Because we want to try to get through all these decks and possibly some more. I'm doing well, Vincent Wolf. How are you? Been trying 2022 Gruul aggro with old Gnawbones. Ooh, an Inferno. That sounds sweet. Kind of like Gruul Dragons. Yeah, what's your opinion on the Standard 2022 versus Standard? Like, tonight we're playing normal Standard, but, like, moving forward, how interested are you? How interested are you in seeing normal Standard versus 2022 Standard? This deck is very, very 2022 or post-rotation friendly. It has... This build, I didn't build it to be 100% rotation proof. It probably has some lands, maybe, that are not rotation proof, but it's essentially very close. Hey, what's up, just Sparrow Rex? How are you? Good to see ya. So we get black. Yeah, let's get black. Oh boy. Are up against control? Is it dragons? Team Allison is one of the better ways to complete dungeons, I think. Well, crack this. Get a swamp. Standard 2022 is amazing. Yeah, I'm definitely really excited for rotation. I have hope for the first time in a long time that maybe Standard will actually be sweet. Hey, what's up, Zone Rain? You stay awesome too. Thanks for hanging out. Post-rotation Standard is my favorite since it's more my speed. Super excited. Yeah, it is cool to see new cards see play. Like, I think that's the most exciting part about Standard 2022 is you get to see all these cards that you just haven't been able to see in normal Standard because normal Standard's so busted. Rotation is always a blessing, but I feel like this rotation is even more of a blessing. Working on a script for Commander video. I've got 4 kids all learning Commander. Let's play this, and I guess it's Nader. At least Nader doesn't get bone crushed. Oh, the choices. The choices. First dungeon choice. What dungeon are we going in? What happened to Evolving Wilds being worse than a basic? Well, this is a 3-color deck. Oh, and maybe I did build this for rotation proof because I believe I played Evolving Wilds over Fabled Passage just so it would be rotation proof. Tomb is probably the way to go. I think in 2-color decks, it is worse than a basic. I wouldn't play Evolving Wilds. In 3+ color decks, you gotta do what you gotta do, especially post-rotation. So Tomb of Annihilations turns on our Acerax quickest. I think we're going Tomb of Annihilation. I think we want our Acerax to be creatures at some point in the near future. Hopefully. Opponent. Mad Mage is sweet, but it takes so long. I don't know if we have time to get to the good modes of Mad Mage in this level, in this matchup, because our opponent's going to start playing big dragons here, and we are not doing a ton. Spicy Big Dragon number 1. Spicy McChicken. Welcome to the fishbowl. Oh boy, snarls. Yeah, this is definitely rotation proof because that's a snarl. Well, I guess we play 1 Team Allison. Can attack because of the dragon. Pass the turn. No, this is real standard, not future standard. Ooh, let me see Thingam. Opponent, Goldspan Dragon. Okay. Yeah, this is fine. I'm sure our venturing will stop these 2 dragons. In this case, I think dragons are beating the dungeon. I guess this is on flavor for Adventures of Forgotten Realm. Barrowin. Well, go to combat. Do some attacking. Discard a card, sack a creature, sack a land. I don't think we can do that. How do we beat these dragons? Like, we can complete this dungeon, but it doesn't do a whole lot. Alright, lose life unless you discard a card. We'll discard an Acererak. Oh, come on. Hold. We're probably going to have to kill some... Oh. We're probably going to have to kill something, too, which is awkward. Island Smile, go! Welcome to the Fishbowl. I have a code for Phyrexian Praetor style I don't use. Can you give it to a gift for a viewer? Yeah, sure. I would love to, Island Smile, go. Send it to me one way or another. A message or an email or something, and I'll get it given away for you. We have a new donation from... Wow, opponent's really thinking on this dungeon. From Dan Wildfire, my daughter tried playing someone's Spellslinger deck last week at our LGS. I realized along with Aristocrats are probably the most complex decks in EDH. So I'm working on a video breaking it down how complex, simple each of the archetypes can be. Oh, that's a really cool idea. I like that. Yeah, I would agree Aristocrats and Spellslinger are probably high end as far as complexity. Ugh. So we can complete a dungeon, but is that enough? Or do we have to kill a dragon? Yeah, I guess we gotta kill a dragon. But this lets our opponent play Brazen Borrower. Yeah. Well, next turn we can complete a dungeon. Why are we not playing in Standard 2022? Oh, no. Why are we not playing Standard 2022 kills? It feels weird to me on set release day to play a Unreal format, if that makes any amount of sense. Like, we'll definitely play... Well, that was a blowout. We'll definitely play Standard 2022, but I feel like we gotta give Adventures of the Forgotten Realms a chance to compete in actual Standard, and then explore Standard 2022 in the future. That's what I'm currently thinking, at least. Also, like, there's some decks where you do kind of want some of the old cards, too. It is, the awkward thing about, like, Standard 2022 is you don't really get the full format, because you don't have Innistrad yet. So, like, the mana bases are really janky, because we'll probably get a land cycle in Innistrad, and you have some of those aspects, but we'll definitely still try it in the future. Big Benjo, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. Today's the release day online. In paper, it's going to be a while. In paper, 2 weeks, the 23rd, I believe. I don't know. It's a super long gap, like kind of almost an awkwardly long gap between paper and digital this time. Opponent scrying to the top. Now let's play this on black. Get down a triumphant adventure. Go. Yeah, the Dragon deck, I mean, it definitely benefits from Bone Crusher and Brazen Borrower in specific, but it is relatively rotation proof. I mean, I guess that's not exactly true. Those are two really big pieces, but the dragons and some of the other spells are rotation proof. Hey, thank you, Islands a while ago. So have any of you built any sweet standard decks? Brazen Borrower. So many Brazen Borrowers. Well, play a Pathway. Nader. Venture. I think we're going the same way. Tomb of Annihilation. Drain you. With a Acererak in hand, I feel like getting through... ooh, boy, opponent's missing a land drop. That's good news. Well, go to combat. Another one. Alright, opponent eliminates. I'll play this on black. Barrow in. Keep moving through the dungeon. We'll take the 2. Opponent. Yeah, Thigib. I got your Even Death deck here. Looks pretty sweet. Kind of blue-black control. The Demolich is interesting. I haven't really tried anything along these lines, but that definitely looks like a cool idea. I like the ability to have a lot of removal spells to keep getting back Even Death. I think that's one of the things that Even Death can do really well. Do you have to be a content creator login today? Because, wow. Well, that was... well, we didn't get to see our dungeons completed, but I guess technically that's a win, because our opponent didn't do anything. No, the set is just live. Arena is normal. It's live for everyone. You should be able to log in. Cryptic MTG! Happy Thursday to you! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What deck do you think will be best out of the ones we have on our list? Any ideas? Do you think any of these will actually be super competitive? That's fine. Yeah, I think the ladder reset a little while ago, didn't it? I haven't played Arena. I realized when I logged in, I'm on like silver or whatever. I was like, boy, I haven't played Arena in like 3 months. So this is the first time we've played Arena in a long time. International Space Satan, welcome to the Fishbowl. First time sub. Thank you for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, get a planes. Swamp Adventurer. Go. Abs and Ventures has been good. Yeah, that's on our list. Hopefully we get to do some venturing. Are you going to do a rough draft? So I don't think we're going to draft tonight, but we'll definitely do a draft. We'll definitely do a draft next week, I think. That's my current plan. Ooh, do we want to double trigger a dungeon? We could. That does seem sweet. You know, let's go for it. How many chances do you get to play Hama Parish and actually... double venture. We can go on any of these we want. We can go on any that we want. Are we just going big? Is this a time we just go full on Dungeon of the Mad Mage right off the bat? Oh my god. Skibbly Bopa Madada. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big tip for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The problem is it takes a long time to get going. The problem with this one is double triggering these are not that exciting for us. Lost Mine of Fandelver. Scry 2. Yeah, let's go Fandelver. We get to Scry 2. Yeah, let's go bottom. Land bottom. Okay, scry those out of the way. Yeah, Lost Mine doesn't seem bad. The draw 2 at the end seemed nice, and there is some value to completing a dungeon. Opponent activates use for some reason. Ooh, is there a rack? Well, go attacking. Venture. Let's make 2 treasures. Okay, dungeon value's coming through. Opponent. Oh, we're gonna complete this, aren't we? Double treasure for this attack is insane. Play a land. Nader. Double drain. Oh, we're dungeoning off. Triumphant Adventure. Oh, we're in full-on dungeon mode. Oh, this is the best I've seen this deck do. Opponent, oh my goodness, go to combat. Attack. Oh, the venturing. Attack, 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 dungeons. Yeah, we'll draw 2. Oh, so good. This is the dungeon value we were hoping for. All right, now we're going to go Tomb of Annihilation. Double drain. We're going to go double discard. Now we'll take the damage. So good. So good, so good. Opponent. Wow, Peer into the Abyss. What is our opponent up to? Yeah, we'll take it all. And then we can Acererak to complete it if we want. Wow, this went insanely well. Hey, MTG Topical! Thank you for the raid. Good to see ya. Velocity, I made this combo deck for budget magic really fun and consistent. Ooh, let me see about it. Oh, that definitely looks sweet. That's not a deck that's on our list today, but there might be a reason that we're not rolling dice today. Maybe. I usually try not to play decks that we're going to play on YouTube on stream at the same time. if I can avoid it. Alright, opponent does a bit of blocking. Sure. We will... Esper. Pick it up. We'll take some damage. Opponent is also going to take some damage. Are they sacking one of their... Oh my goodness, they're sacking one of their 3 lands. Oh, that's so good. Yeah, I mean, we're going to keep it going. The Sarac. Pick it up. Unfortunately, these are legendary, so we only keep 1, but wow, we speed rushed 2 dungeons. This is pretty quick. This is what, turn 5? Double dungeon completed? Oh, that was good. That was real good. Is AFR on Moto now? It is. AFR is on Moto. I made a book lock deck built around Giant Ox and Blackstaff and Colossal Plow. Ooh. That's an interesting take on Book of Exalted Deeds. I mean, I think the Book of Exalted Deeds lock is going to be legit. We'll see. We'll see how much hate there is, but I actually think it's going to be sweet. Max Rebo for the 13th month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. Thank you. I mean, that was our best dungeon game. So if you just saw that one, they look busted that game, but I'm not sure they're all going to be busted. Are you planning on switching between decks today? Yeah, we have like 9-ish decks, 9 or 10 decks we're going to try to get through. So yes, the plan is to try to get... Oh no, is this Rogues? The plan is to try to get through as many of them as possible. So this is the new streamers event today. Everyone streams now. Yeah, basically, I mean, I think without the early access day, that everyone is just streaming on the release day. Do you know the code for the free pack? I do. It is play D letter N D. D&D. Yeah, Cleansing Wildfire is good hate. Although, if people are going to have to play Cleansing Wildfire, they probably can't main deck it. So I think even if they do play Cleansing Wildfire, it's still probably fine. Like, I don't think that just... Oh, we probably should kill this. And definitely kill that. Get rid of the Baleful Eidolon. Land on white, go. Kira Ashmore for the 52nd month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Still going strong. Hope you do a new standard. Do you think there's enough dungeons to not make it repetitive in standard? Would love to have seen some more. Huh. So I think it'll be fine. I don't think it's going to be too repetitive, although... I think it's hard to make more of them, because the more you make, the more powerful the venture cards get. Also, the more you make, the more decisions that you have to make when you venture. Like, you saw us take a couple of minutes to decide what dungeon to go in out of 3. Could you imagine if there were 10 dungeons, and you, like, play your first venture card, and you have to think through, okay, what do I want right now? And then what path do I want to get to in, like, 2 more turns? I think there would be some, like... I don't know, I think decision paralysis, potentially. So I think that is potentially another part of the concern. Oh, Pathways. They better have good lands in Innistrad, because the current mana base is so janky. Oh, Pathways. Pathways are so bad. I strongly dislike Pathways. All right, what way? Are we scrying? I would like to someday complete Dungeon of the Mad Mage, but it's so long. Pathway to the bottom. Like, what do we... These are the tough decisions. Like, what do we do with this pathway? We need another blue for... Saw it coming. We need black for Poison the Cup. I guess we go black, but... Mama Woodspoon with the gift sub to Half Week Steed. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Just a warning, I have like 2 people so far with the Angel Book. They've used their entire 30-minute clock because they wouldn't concede. I mean, That's pretty salty. Has anyone told you about the possibility of a Warp World deck with Rooftop stored in a Serac in Modern? You win by speedrunning dungeons. Huh. So this... So this is going to come back as a 5/5? Ugh. Well, make the treasure. We do need the mana. Opponent. Is it worth killing this? Lucid! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super tier for you. So I know about the combo with infinitely completing dungeons with a Serac. I had not thought about trying to warp world into it. That is... that could be a way to assemble it. How much do we care about this living? Maybe it's fine. Sure. So Triumphant Adventurer. Saw it coming. Go. The set is out as of today on Arena, yeah. This Lurus is going to be an issue. Lurus getting back... we got to counter the Lurus, basically. The Saw It Coming should hopefully be able to stop it. That's probably our best bet here. Rooftop Storm Omniscience, I mean, probably the way it's going to be most competitive is actually Legacy. Garrus, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. Not sure how high I am on counter spells in a dungeon deck. Just not sure when you're ever holding a mana to cast it. I don't think you ever beat Sultai Ultimate. I think you're like probably literally 0% to beat Sultai Ultimatum if you don't have counter spells. Well, that's a blowout. Another Archfiend's Vessel, and grows us to a well, that looks like quick and sudden death. We get a Snarl. Well, go attacking. Venture. Give that -4, -0. About it. Oh, it'll be nice once Lurus is out of here. Opponent blocks. So Archfiend dies. I mean, kill the 5/5. Play a land, pass the turn. Not sure how high I am on... Oh, yeah, we just talked about that. Is it legal in other formats? Like, didn't we just have MH2? Yeah, the set, it's a normal standard set. It's legal. Commander, Standard, Modern, Legacy. We did just have Modern Horizons 2. We have a very quick pace of releases these days. Mogus's Favor. Yeah, I can't even really counter that. Opponent gets to draw a card. And... opponent... Really? You think Lurus is the least obnoxious playable companion? Interesting. I rank Lurus as the most obnoxious playable companion. By a pretty... I mean, I guess I play a lot of Modern. So that might be part of it, but I think of Lurus as by far the most dominant companion. I think Yarion... I actually feel Yarion's pretty overrated. Like, it's fine, but I really... You see people playing Yarion in decks where it doesn't make sense to me. Like, you see these, like, death and taxes decks in Modern that people are going up to 80 cards and playing Yarion. I'm like, why? Like, don't you want to draw your Thalia, like, regularly on turn 2? Why do you want to go up to 80 cards in a deck like that? Pretty rainy today around good old upstate New York. I think the Yarian makes sense as your companion if you have synergies with it. But I've never really understood why people just jam it in seemingly like any deck that can like anything. I'm surprised we haven't seen Yarian burn yet. I feel like we're not that far away from like Yarian burn. Well, a Zarak. Pick it up, draw a card. Yonti Malicet, play the land past the turn. I actually like Yarian in Esper Venture. Interesting. How do you have enough playables? How do you have enough playables in Esper Venture? I feel like it's like kind of hard to get. I mean, I guess you can just jam in a bunch of like utility spells, counter spells, removal spells, and stuff. But I don't think there's just barely enough decent venture cards to make a 60 card deck. Are you near Buffalo? Do you know any good game stores? Not super close to Buffalo. Like, alright, Mogus's favor. Opponent gets to draw a card. Removal spell for this would be nice. Opponent, gonna go attacking. Up to 24. So we completed a dungeon, but it did not give us meaningful value compared to what our opponent's doing. Like, what do we get out of the dungeon? A treasure that we haven't used. Well, Zarak. Yeah, I think we're definitely in trouble here. We dealt with the Lures. Hey, what's up, Wizzo? How are you? Hey, let me see, Uro. Do you think Sultai Control will still be tier 1? You mean like now after AFR releases or after rotation? I think after rotation, it probably doesn't exist. My honest opinion, and hopefully I'm wrong, and that's why we're playing Standard tonight, to kind of get a feel for things, but my honest opinion is I don't think that anything changes in Standard until rotation. Like, I think that a ton will change September 8th when we have rotation, but I think but I think for the time being, I'd be really surprised if we saw meaningful changes or decks that are top tier no longer being top tier, anything like that. I think that if it was top tier before FR, it's probably top tier still. Yeah, definitely some interesting cards in the set. Can we take a second and point out how well Wizards has Arena running with new mechanics, except for the binding bug, of course. Wait, what's the binding bug? Well, a Zarak. I feel like we're dying. Our hope is that our opponent times out, I guess. And that might be happening. Opponent somehow managed to time out. If we make a goblin, they just kill it and draw cards. We'll make a treasure. We'll play a land. It is cool that you can keep bouncing this. I guess yeah, let's keep going. A Zarak, sack the treasures. We're gonna complete this dungeon twice, but it's not doing much. Give you -4, -0. We're about to complete the Lost Might have found over 2 times. And we're still losing by a mile. Did anyone play Sealed yet? Really doing the last couple sets Sealed personally. I haven't played any Limited yet. I expect that it's probably good. I feel like Wizards has really nailed it with Limited design recently. What do you think of Jeskai Stoneblade? Is it tier 1 or tier 2? Wait, there's a Jeskai Stoneblade deck? Let's do that. Unfortunately, full price, but gaining life is nice. These Faceless Havens are an issue. That's a lot of damage. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pretty close to just straight up dead here. Actually, 9-10. I think we are straight up dead here unless we draw something. Now, Bloodchief's Thirst can kill that. We're trying to hold on. Kill the Fateful Eidolon. Wow, that thing did some serious work. What cycles out in September? September, Throne of Eldraine leaves. Ikoria re-leaves. Theros Beyond Death leaves. Core Set 2021 leaves. So standard will be... Zendikar, Kaldheim, Strixhaven, Forgotten Realms, and the new Innistrad set. I played many drafts, and 2 of my Annihilation is really good in my experience. Yeah, how has Dungeons been in Limited? Yeah, I guess we probably could have made it through Mad Mage, although I do wonder if we'd still be alive. I guess by this time we would be getting to the modes of Mad Mage that do something. It'll be interesting to see how Standard functions without a core set. That does make me a little nervous. Hey, what's up, Cheeky? That does make me a little nervous because last time they got rid of a core set, it was kind of disastrous. And Standard was in rough shape, so they brought it back. Oh, jeez. Azerarak. 3-mana Venture. I don't think it's going to win us this game, though. We can't play this because it just dies to this Mogus' favor. I don't know what our opponent's doing. It does? I don't know why they're... I think that the problem is our opponent is probably not on top of it, and because Shadow Spear is an ability that you can activate at any time, it's not F6ing through their turn. Wow. All right. Okay, so now we're now officially dead unless we draw something. Lost Mine of Vandelver. Come on, opponent. You can do it, bud. Please. Please. I wonder if Wizards will stop printing abilities like this just because of how people play them badly on Arena. Alright. Island. That's not going to do it. This dies. Opponent's got lethal. Alright, one more Esper Dungeons, and then we're moving on to deck number 2. Sun says you have a party mechanic instead of see it coming. Isn't it better the concerted defense? I mean, concerted defense is fine, but it doesn't stop. It only stops non-creature spells. So I feel like being able to counter Galazeth Prismaris and Goldspan Dragons and like that game, if we couldn't have countered that Lurrus, we would have lost several too many turns ago. I like the I kind of like the dungeon module art. I kind of do, actually. Well, all right. We're on the play. We'll see. Wanti into Fly is about our fastest way to complete a dungeon. We'll see what our opponent's doing, what interaction they have. Ugh, red. Red is a color that means burn spells. Well, grab a island. Land. On Team Allison. Please don't kill it. Double jumping through the dungeons is... Oh, okay, Gruel. Scorching Dragonfire. Alright. I don't play this, I'm black. Triumphant Adventure. Go. Opponent. Yeah, I like the dungeon module art too. Clothis. Sure. Now we're going for it. Fly it. Double dungeon. We're going to go Mad Mage. We're going to go Mad Mage. We have not tried it yet. Mad Mage. Hit ya. Mad Mage. Scry 1. Bloodchief's Thirst to the bottom. Triumphant Adventure. Can we actually complete Dungeon of the Mad Mage? Hey, what's up, Longshots? How are you? Can the next deck be a dragon one? Sure. We can play dragon deck next. That's my biggest concern about Venture decks, and you're going to guess very quickly if the opponent is able to remove your threats, which is why my Bant Dungeon list had Coma. Wow, is that our... What is our opponent doing? Storm? Is our opponent like Gruul Control? We really need to rank up at some point. You never know what random stuff you're gonna... I think our opponent's just playing every random removal spell, and... Yeah, I mean... Yeah, looks like it's gonna get there. Do you think Modern will ever... Wizards will ever bring Modern? Do you think Wizards will ever bring Modern to Arena? I'd be pretty surprised. They just announced that they're not... Essentially, that they're not bringing Pioneer to Arena, and if there's no Pioneer, there's not going to be any Modern, so... I think the odds are... We might have to do one more game with this deck, because this is... this is, something. Nader. Make a treasure token. Pass the turn. Opponent taps. KJK! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription and the kind words. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I mean, I think it's hard for me to imagine how Pioneer makes a comeback from here. I think years in the future, a Pioneer-like format probably can be a thing, but I would be man, our opponent's probably playing like 15 lands too. Ruin, sure. Man, what is our next levels? Scry 2. Well, let's fly on Nader. Hit ya. Scry 2. Bottom, bottom. Draw 2. Oh, God. Oh, no land. That's not good. We really needed to hit a land out of those 4 cards we got to see. Not hitting a land there probably means we... Well, we'll see. We'll see what our opponent can do. Opponent, land. And... But yeah, I mean, it's really hard for me to see how Pioneer can make a real comeback in the near future. Yeah, alright, sure. This is cracking me up. Yeah, I mean, I feel like our opponent just put whatever... Sure. I mean, that's game. This game. We reach the engine, a dungeon of the Mad Mage. We draw a bunch of nothing. We cast this for free, and we skip. All right, we'll do one more with this deck because that's not especially a meaningful representation of anything. You have a deck like this, doesn't work very often, just need to play against more dungeons. Yeah, I mean, I feel like the opponent in that match, maybe a new player to Arena, and they took in, just put whatever removal spells were in their collection, and that game they drew 3 lands and 40 removal spells, and it worked out for them. So, I mean, it's always nice to support new players. Maybe we'll eventually run into a deck that doesn't remove everything we play. Yeah, I mean, that was just kind of more funny than anything. Gruul Control could be spicy. I mean, Yeah. I mean, the name is spicy. I don't know how... I don't know how a deck with those cards in it ever beats Sultai, or a Yarion deck, or Rogues. So I feel like it probably loses to... Basically... I mean, it probably beats, like, Mono Red, maybe. Mono Red or Mono White? Maybe Mono White. I don't even know if it beats Mono White. It might be Mono White. So I feel like it probably gets pretty wrecked by all the top tier decks of the meta, but it is a funny idea just to play all the red removal spells and hope you hit the creature decks. How much money into the new set so far? We are, geez, 250, 300, something like that, and there's still a ways to go. I don't know if you saw Vince's video. Vince did a video where he opened like 1,000 packs, and it took him 600 packs to actually complete the set, minus wild cards. Opponent with the shock. Goes to combat attacks. Hits a Fates Reversal. Well, we could really use land number 3. That would make us happy. Opponent. If you go Esper Dungeons, you could use Linvala to protect your stuff. Linvala doesn't really do anything with the deck, though. I mean, you could use Linvala to protect your stuff, but I feel like if you're going to try to complete the dungeons, you got to be pretty focused on completing the dungeons, or you just have to... Like, I don't think you can play stuff like Barrowin and other... Well, land is nice. I don't think you can play stuff like Barrowin and other, like... Only good if you're dungeoning cards. If you're going to not focus pretty heavily on completing the dungeons. Because as we've seen, like, we've had games where we've rushed through multiple dungeons, and the dungeon value is not always, like, the game against Mono Black Luris, we completed dungeons, 2 complete dungeons and more, and it wasn't even close to actually being enough to win the game. I mean, our opponent's going to steal it anyway, right? Well, maybe they can't kill it. I guess we got to put it to the bottom. Pass the turn. Oh, opponent. Robert the Rich could... Mad Mage is best here. I just don't think there's any chance that we... I don't think there's an especially realistic chance that we're going to venture 7 times against aggro. Opponent, Robert the Rich, gets in, hits us. I mean, our opponent's going to be playing all of our cards here pretty shortly. Down to 14. I mean, Dungeon of the Mad Mage is sweet if you can complete it, but it is a lot of levels to actually complete. Huh. I'll play this. Get rid of this Robber the Rich, finally. Sit back on the counter spell. Pass the turn. Where is the deck of many things? The deck of many things, it'll be coming. It'll be coming. There's always a weird mixture between YouTube and streams. Opponent. Shock. Sure. Goes attacking. And opponent passes. Well, play Barrowin. Venture. Make a treasure. Alright, I mean, if we can complete a dungeon, it would be nice. Turning on Barrowin to reanimate would be nice. Pass the turn, see what our opponent can draw with their Castle Lockwain. Robber the Rich is from Eldraine. Do you think Westgate region is good enough for historic vampires? No. I would be surprised. It's super slow. Opponent. What is it with people at Silver just playing every removal spell in their collection? Opponent gets in, hits us. Sure. Down to 10. And Passes. Now swamp. Flight. They actually have another shock. Shock number 3. Please no. Alright, go to combat. Hit ya. Yeah, let's just hit that. Alright, so next turn, we can complete the dungeon. We're going to sit on a removal this turn. Next turn, we can complete the dungeon and reanimate Nader. That's kind of sweet. Opponent. Oh, is like Mono Red a big thing in Best of 1? I don't really ever play Best of 1. Yeah, if you actually get to Ultimate Eliwick and complete a couple dungeons, it seems like it could be pretty powerful. Robber the Rich. Sure. Deadweight. Well, kill the Robber of the Rich. Is that deadweight? Okay. What a interesting draw. 2 deadweights, 2 shocks, 2 Robber of the Riches. Opponent goes to combat. Hits us. Does not hit us. Well, a Serac. Complete the dungeon. Ugh, long way from completing Dungeon of the Mad Mage, though. Draw a card. Pass the turn. Miss Scry? Wait, how do we miss a Scry? Opponent draws a card, down to 11. And yeah, dungeons I think Wizards went incredibly safe with. Real safe. Blood Sky Berserker. Yeah, I guess we counter it. Actually, sure, whatever. Blood Sky Berserker. Opponent. Oh. Castle Lockwain is incredibly strong. Goes to combat. Gets it, hits us. We untap. Blood Chief's Thirst. Kill the Berserker. Triumphant Adventure. Pass the turn. I mean, opponent's going to have to stop drawing at some point because they're down to 9. Like, they are eventually going to run out of life and have to stop activating. Fervent Champion. I mean, we're also about to die. I guess we got to counter this? Not great, but I think we have to. Counter the Fervent Champion. Yeah, Standard's going to look a lot different after rotation for sure. Opponent. I swear! There is not a... Alright, sure. Alright, we're going to play Dragons. If apparently the staples of this level are Myers Grasp and Shocks, which are kind of ridiculous cards in a lot of matchups. Maybe we'll play big creatures and just smash people. Let's try some dragons. So I think 5-color dragons. I mean, it's got 5-color dragons has Tiamat, which is kind of sweet. I think. Why not just kill? I'm confused. Let's try Tiamat. I think 5-color is maybe less good than 3-color, but Tiamat's actually sweet. So 5-color dragons, I mean, it's just a lot of dragons with different names primarily to power up Tiamat. We also have Cultivate to fix our mana, because no rotation yet. We got Orbit Dragon kind to fix our mana. We got Treasures to fix our mana. So essentially, ramp, Dragon, Dragon, smash you. Not care about Mire Grass. So let's try some 5-color dragons and see what happens. Tiamat. I don't believe Dungeon Dragon spelling. I don't. You can't have you can't have Tiefling say T. And apparently in Dungeons & Dragons, the letters T-E-A says T, T-I-A says T, T-I-E says T. Any 3-letter words that starts with T, Dungeons & Dragons players pronounce it as T, apparently. I don't think I could be right. I really don't. I don't think it's possible. Duck Geo! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big scoop cheer for you. Thank you. Ooh, untap land. Alright, let's play this. Get down Orb of Dragonkind. So untap land gets us to Galazeth. Opponent, Robber of the Riching. Yeah. Well, play the tap land, pass the turn. Opponent goes to combat and Fervent Champion. So sweet mother. Alright. Well, that's a aggressive draw for our opponent, that's for sure. Steals 2 lands that we wanted, hits us for 5. We untap. Draw a tie. T-I-A, pronounced tie, apparently, Matt. About it. Adapts. Fervent Champion. Well, it felt weird to play Standard 2020 on release day, because we still have 2 months of actual Standard. So my thinking was, we'd see if... Sure. My thinking was we'd see if Forgotten Realms could have an impact on real Standard, and then we would have time to explore Standard. That was quite a draw. And then we'd have time to explore Standard 2020 in the future. Nerd Game Man, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. People play ranked to win. Well, I don't know. Based on the amount of deadweights in Myers Grass we've seen, I don't know about that. All right, so we lose the die roll, but we got a nice ramp hand. Opponent, Temple of Epiphany. But we'll see. I mean, I don't know. What do you think? Is there any hope? Any hope at all that this set can actually break out in Standard proper? Or are we just kind of waiting for the future? Like, is that where we're at? We're just in the wait until September mode as far as this actually Bahamut? What is Bahamut? Oh, the White Master of Flowers? No. No, that's not a dragon consistently enough. What's going to happen to Standard mana bases after rotation? Well, after rotation we'll have... Alright, so what do we need here? White... I mean, I guess we're going to get World Tree on here in a minute. I'll grab white and blue. Pass it. I think Dragon's Fire is a huge deal for Dragon stacks. Opponent, gonna ramp into a dragon. Sure. I mean, we're gonna be getting down Tiamat here shortly. We're gonna have Pathways. We're gonna have Snarls. We got Evolving Wilds. And then Innistrad. So I don't think it's gonna be super duper, like... Ooh, Scatter Skull Charger, eh? I don't think it's gonna be super over the top strong, but I also don't think it's gonna be horrible. I think the Innistrad duels are going to be important. Now, let's cultivate. Get a couple lands. I mean, and then we get to kill something, and then next turn we Tiamat? That seems kind of insane. Opponent. Land. Calamity Bear. Well, reveal Tiamat. Kill that. And big Mama Dragon coming. Tiamat. And I think we'll tutor up a few dragons. Adult Gold Dragon. Dragon Turtle. Old Gnawbone. Actually, Inferno. Old Gnawbones. Oh, jeez. So much power. Goldspan Dragon. Discard 3, that is fine. We'll discard you. We'll discard second Tiamat and Galazeth Prismari. Okay. Your go, opponent. Caboose! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super chat for you. We got a new donation. Our second donation, I think, of the night. Winter Milan, $6.90. Hey, let's just wanted to say, appreciate all the content. Don't forget to take a break with all the back-to-back spoilers. Well, thank you for the donation, Tiamat, and also the nice donation. I guess we gotta block this awkwardly. That's so much damage. Oh, play Terror of the Peaks. Play the land. We can Dragon Turtle down the Calamity Bear, and we're trying to set up this old Gnawbones insane treasure combo turd. But yeah, I'm sure we'll take a break at some point. Isn't this a strictly less fun Dragonstorm deck? I mean, Dragonstorm's not in standard, though. This is standard 5-color dragons. I mean, Dragonstorm's a sweet card, but we don't, it doesn't exist. How did the Esper dungeons turn out? It's okay. I think we went, what, 2 and 3? Something like that. Although, hard to say with the matchups. We just played very, very weird matchups. It was just, I don't know, tons of people, I don't know. I don't play Best of One very much. Apparently, people must be petrified of mono red because it was just infinite, like, janky one-mana removal spells. Well, Dragon Turtle. Oh, well, we damaged that for no reason, but that's fine. Tap down the Calamity Bear. Glimpse of Cosmos, goes digging. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, old Gnawbones. Fable Passage. Pass the turd. Start making us some treasures. Yeah, we've played against Red Aggro like a million times. About it. Lad. Add. What do you got? What do you got? I mean, what do you think, Jet? Do you think it's better to... Do you think it's... What would you prefer? We should do a poll. Let's do a poll. I'm actually curious. Wait. We should do a poll. Why can I not do a poll? I'm curious what you would prefer as far as standard 2020 versus normal standard. Invasion of the Giants. Have we seen die roll animations yet? We have not. They are pretty sweet, though. We're definitely playing Constructed tonight. I'm sure we'll play some draft at some point in the future. Well, go to combat. Hit ya. Make a few treasures. Pump ya. This looks like Inferno kill, right? Pump it, pump it. 10 power. We got enough treasures. 11 power. That's what we envisioned. Pump it. Inferno. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And opponent! Done! It should be really hard to pull off the 20 kill, but with Old Gnawbones, I don't think it actually is. I don't think it's actually that hard to pull off if you got Old Gnawbones going, which is pretty sweet. Cardboard Life not working for the new set. Maybe not. I don't know. I have it open. Is it not working? I can try restarting it and see if that helps. That was a pretty good kill. Could have had Adult Gold Dragon, but that's better. Yeah, I mean, if you get a chance for the 20 damage kill, you gotta go for it. I wonder if Old Gnawbones can actually be good in Standard. It can make a lot of treasures. It reminds me a little bit of a Nyxbloom Ancient, but probably more aggressive. Avert your eyes, chat. Avert your eyes. I know, it's filling up even more. We're not to the edge of the screen, though, so we're good. We're good. Yeah, so it seems like Cardboard Live is working. Now we got an orb and some removal. Yeah, it seems like Cardboard Live is working, so it might just not have the new cards yet. Tijuana Joe! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you. The dice rolling animation is actually pretty decent, I think. I like the dice rolling animation. But yeah, I also feel like they've kind of slacked off a little bit. Are we celebrating new set with a shirtless stream? I am currently shirted. Aw, our Tiamat. Still not sure how all those combinations of letters can be pronounced T, but English, it's a weird language. Well. Play a land. Actually, let's play the Triome. Play the Triome. Pass the turn. Probably going to kill the Velky. Because we do want to play this Tiamat at some point. I mean, Magic is always, or English is always weird. Magic, I guess, is weird too, but I've always known that English is weird. Alright, opponent, what do you got? I feel like Dragons is going to be good in Standard. I feel like there's definitely some potential for Dragons to be, like, legitimately good. Now, kill the Velky. Untap. Ooh, Maze Mindstone. Actually, let's wait a turn. Play the land, leave up the counter, pass the turn. Leon Stew, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. Oh, I hope it's not just is it Dragons with Dragonfire. Like, I think we can do more than that. I think there's enough sweet dragons and enough powerful dragons that at least like a 3-color dragon deck. Maybe the best versions are not full 5 colors, but I don't know. Tiamat is really powerful. Like, when you get down Tiamat, it is actually a really insane card. I'm thinking about making a new dragon that can ping for 20 as my new commander, make it 19 power, then activate for 20 damage. That's then lower its power by 1 with something, and then activate it again for another 20 damage. Ooh, that is a spicy idea. I gotta read that again, man. Yep. Opponent just does not want us to have a Tiamat. They're very good at drawing Velkies, apparently. Can you just lower its power and keep it going? Opponent takes our Tiamat. I guess we shouldn't have cast the counter there. Well, let's scry. See if we can find a dragon. Well, that is a dragon. Opponent. I mean, our opponent's going to be able to turn Velky into our Tiamat, which is kind of insane. Yeah, it seems like you should be able to lower its power. Huh. Yeah, that is definitely a cool idea if you can pull it off. Is this deck list supposed to be Esper Dungeons? No, we're playing a whole bunch of different decks, Jake Jesus. They're all on the dock. Well, Adult Gold Dragon. Land on green. Hit ya. Gain some life. Pass the turn. Oh, I wanted this Tiamat. We need to find a Tiamat. Tiamat's the payoff. Looking like Demolich is a trap. Ooh. Wait, what do you mean? In standard? It might be a trap in standard. Opponent, Heartless Act. Yup. And Elder Gargaroth. I'll draw a card. Use this land. Opponent hits us. Yeah, let's scry. Yeah, we need... I feel like we need dragons. Like, what do we do? Ugh, we got no dragons. We need this Tiamat, but we can't get the Tiamat because our opponent keeps drawing Valkies. Maze Mind's Tome. Play the land. Crack the land. Get a island. Draw with Maze Mind's Tome. Even more lands. Well, pass the turn. Alright, alright, alright. About it. Yeah, Elder Gargaroth is, that is a big card. Yeah, I mean, Gargaroth is one of those cards that'll be rotating. I mean, it is pretty good against some of our dragons. We do have removal for it, but it'll be out of here in a couple months. No, this is real standard. Yeah, we didn't have the... There's not really any point of cracking the orb after we've Maze Mind's Tome, because we can't cast any dragons that we did anyway. So if we're going to crack the orb, I guess we do an end step. I assume our opponent's going to make it into a 7/7, and yeah, that probably just gets us, I guess. Well, we'll take the all-powerful dragon turtle. Opponent, Gargaroth says, Hoof! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big tip to your video. Thank you, thank you, thank you. More lands. Well, we will draw a card. Yeah. We needed our Tiamat. that was a game. That second Valky for our opponent was basically just the game. Opponent. Garrett Curse Huntsman. Yeah, there's no coming back at this point. Tap down the Tiamat. Draw a card. Ramp. Opponent, gonna go Garrick. I feel like Dragon Turtle is has potential. Oh, Valky number 3. Boy, we had it all set up for that Tiamat too. We had it all set up for the Tiamat. We just couldn't get there. Are we doing Skeleton Tribal against odds with Skeleton Swarming at some point? Maybe. There's only like 3 skeletons in Standard or something. So it would be hard to do actual Skeleton Tribal in Standard just because not that many skeletons exist. But I definitely think that that we could try something with Skeleton Swarming. Do you think Skeleton Swarming is good? I feel like it looks pretty bad compared to Assemble the Legion. I feel like you're just going to be smashing your skeletons into your opponent's blockers pretty often. Yeah, opponent drew a lot of Valkies that game. Not gonna lie, the 2022 is giving me depression. Wait, what's going on in the 2022 queue, Oro? I keep feeling like standard after rotation is gonna be super sweet and diverse, but is that not how the queue's playing out? With the new class cards, ooh, Cathartic Reunion. Oh, this is just like the fling deck, I guess. I'll play a land. Pass the turn. Skeleton Swarming, yes. I mean, I think Skeleton Swarming is like one of the best skeleton card ever printed, probably. I'm in love with my token, with my creation. I love Grandmaster Monk and Lulf, and my favorite dragon, Imarith. Ooh, let me see, Taquito. Opponent, Ironcrag Pyromancer. Well, let's draw a card. Thankfully, our dragons are all big enough. Well, except for Adult Gold Dragon. But most of our dragons are big enough that... Wow, we do not have the mana to cast any of our dragons. That's awkward. I'll play this. Crack it for red. Kill the Pyromancer. Pass the turn. I mean, the dragons are coming. The dragons are coming, not as quickly as we like, but they're coming. They're coming. Yariel. Well, draw card. Alright. We need one more land and then our mana's perfect. And perfect mana seems helpful here. Opponent's going to opt. With the new class cards, do you think there could be a good enchantment deck with Setesian Champion? P.S. Spelling is hard. Yeah, I think that there could be a sweet enchantment deck. Huh. Yeah, let's start gaining some life. A Dog Gold Dragon hits ya. Down to 16. Pass the turn. I feel like a Gold Dragon can be good. Opponent, land. It would be fun to try a Setesian Champion deck before rotation. More cheap enchantments do definitely help power up Enchantress. So I think that would be a good possibility. Wow, I'm gonna cycle the counter. Opponent really wants these cats. I guess they're trying to set up for the pump at some point. Also might mean they have multiple counters. Blitz of the Thunder Raptor. Well, scry. Keep the land. Lose a dragon. Opponent hits us. Well, land. Red. Goldspan Dragon. Hit ya. Cultivate. Get a couple lands. Thin the deck. Alright, come on. We can't die to the cats. We can't die to the cats. Opponent, another land. I am a little worried about these cats pumping. We can dump our hand, but is it going to be fast enough? Killing this Joria would be ideal. Opponent. Well, let me see Takoto. Ooh, Esper Snow Control. Yeah, that looks sweet. I think Grandmaster of Flowers can be a very good card. Opponent. Yeah, that definitely looks fun. Stormwing Entity. Huh. Does this mean we're dead to Joriel? 2 to the top. Looking more likely. Opponent goes attacking. Mystical Dispute. Ugh. I don't play a land. Go attacking. Get a treasure. Opponent blocks. Ismareth. Galazeth Prismari. Still have the counter up. That gives us blockers to not die to the cats. I think we're okay. Like, even if they go land pump, that doesn't kill us. Opponent, Snarl, not double green. Here we go. Is 20 decks for 20 make you come back for AFR? I mean, I've done one every set, so I think there will be a 30 under 20 in probably like another week. This is such a rushed release. With spoilers set release, we go back to Commander spoilers tomorrow. It's been so wild that I think it'll be next week before I can work on it. But I am planning on doing it. Well, Mystical Dispute, counter it, and the dragons get there. Whew. All right, that was close. That was close. All right, can we get out of silver? I feel like it's been so long that since we played Arena that our rank is at the very, very bottom. Yeah, top 10 standard was recorded literally yesterday. It's been just a super busy set release this time. You never know with wizards and animations. You really don't. So what's the coolest card in your opinion? Like, let's say we're just going to build a deck around your favorite card from the set. What card would you pick? Like, what do you want to see the most from Forgotten Realms? Also, what do you think of this new battlefield? I actually think it's, oh, the hand's horrible. I actually think the battlefield's pretty sweet. Alright. Oh, man, we gotta put Tiamat to the bottom. Tiamat. Minsk? We do have a Minsk equipment deck that is on our list. Blue-white control. Ugh. Ugh. Well, we do have some uncounterable dragons if we can get to them. Tablet, go. The Planeswalker, Book of Vile Darkness. Book of Vile Darkness is coming. That might be the next deck we play after this match. Well, land go. Opponent. Omen of the Sea. Yeah, we gotta go through decks faster. I feel like we're spending too long on each deck, or we're just not gonna get through everything. +2 Mace. +2 Mace isn't especially good, but it does have a unique name. Delina Wild Mage. That's definitely coming. We're not playing it tonight, but it's definitely gonna be coming. Are you familiar with the D&D inspiration for the cards? Not really. I've seen some of it, like, during spoiler season, but I'm not, like, a big D&D flavor person at all. Platinum Angel lands. That's another one that is coming in the near future, but we're not playing it tonight. But yes. Well, Mountain. Orb of Dragonkind. Opponent. You do not need to draft dungeons. They just exist. So no, you always have access to them. Pass the turn. Omen of the Sun. Opponent. Maze Mind's Tome. Would be nice to draw land. That's not a land. Well, Orb of Dragonkind. We're gonna do this the hardest possible way, the 2-land way. Oh, Vecna's coming. Vecna's coming. Maybe we'll play Vecna next. When you venture and you are not in a dungeon, you announce where you enter. Yeah, I think that's right. Wiley for the 5th month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup to you over here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Opponent. For getting Yarions. Come on, Magic Gods. We get a Galazeth. We need a land, and we've drawn 3 Orb of Dragonkinds, which are like almost but not really lands, and it's making things ridiculously hard. Can you venture and decline to move to a room? No, you have to keep moving through the rooms. Archburglar Lord, how are you? Mr. Oh, I'm sorry, Wall of Chaos for the 54th month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big tip for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But it hits us. And we don't draw land. We're just going to scoop and go to the next deck. We've already spent way too long. Way too long on our first two decks. Well, it's technically a land. Orb of Dragonkind, number 30. Pass the turn. Yeah, we literally have drawn as many orbs as lands, which is absurd. About it. No, the set is out on Magic Arena, Archburglar Lord. Yeah, this game's super over. Like, our opponent's gonna just draw a million. Like, we probably should just concede. Let's go do something different. We've only got through 2 decks, and we've been going an hour and a half. That is way too slow if we're gonna get through these decks. Way too slow. So we gotta go on. Have you tried the 2022 ladder? Not really, no. We've been playing real standard tonight. It feels weird to not give the cards a shot in real standard, but I'm sure we will play some in the future. All right, let's try to assemble Vecna. Let's try. Oh yeah, so many decks to go through still. So we played this one. We played Esper Venture. We played 5 Color Dragons. Let's Vecna Aggro, Vecna Devotion. I mean, we might, let's try a mix. All right, Vecna Aggro. So Vecna Aggro, we talked about it a little bit at the beginning. I mean, the main thing is trying to assemble Vecna, but it also can really power up Hand of Vecna with its free equip mode, going on evasive creatures like Kitesail Freebooter, Eye Twitch, life-linking creatures like Archfiend's Vessel, or Lurrus, and that's the main idea of the deck, to kind of fully embrace. We can Hand of Vecna to force through a lot of damage. Eye of Vecna draws us cards to find our other pieces. Book of Vile Darkness, assemble full-on Vecna to hopefully close out the game. So let's try some Vecning. Let's see if we can assemble Vecna. See if it's harder, easier than Caldra. I want to see what the icon for Vecna is. It better have Epic Art. It better. If Vecna does not have Epic Art, then what's the point of, or Epic Animation? What's the point of doing animations at all? Like, if Vecna doesn't have an epic one, I'm going to be so disappointed. I feel like Wizards has really slacked off with their animations recently, for the most part. Alright. Well, no Vecna pieces, but this is fine. Alright, looks like, man, the matchups have been so polarized. We have either played against, like, the decks that are incredibly prepared for aggro, or the decks that are very, very controlling. About it. Seems to be on the controlling side of things. Scries. Well, play a land. Kitesail Freebooter. Well, let's see what's going on over there. Sphere of Annihilation. I don't think Sphere of Annihilation's good, but it's actually insane right here. So I think we gotta take Sphere of Annihilation. Hit ya. About it taps. Yeah. Vecna complete. I think that Vecna is the best version of the try to assemble 3 things trope. I'm pretty confident. I'll go to combat, hit ya. About it. Takes it. Archfiend's Vessel. Oh, come on, Vecna pieces! We need Vecna. Right now we are playing some mono black Vecna aggro. Opponent gonna kill and get back the Annihilation. Logged up for the 27th month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription and the kind words. Big scoop cheer for you. Thank you, thank you. Also, a quick reminder that our sponsor tonight is Card Kingdom, and if you need some Magic cards, you can get them from over at cardkingdom.com. Well, since our opponent played the Sphere of Annihilation, I guess we just gotta hit him and pass. Board gets exiled. Opponent plays a land. Eradicator Valkyrie. Well, kill the Valkyrie. Play the land. Pass the turn. Come on! Oh, come on, more Vecna pieces. We really want the card draw Vecna piece. That would be our best one. Yeah, what is Vecna in D&D? I actually don't know. Yeah, I like this shirt too, Vedoran. Ooh, Luris is... That's something. Well, yeah, play Luris. Oh, it exiles from the graveyard too. That's awkward. Play a land. Hand of Vecna. I guess exiling from the graveyard is an upside of Sphere of Annihilation. Pass the turn. Well, Vecna piece 1. We still got 2 more to go. Opponent gonna Crawling Barrens. Vecna was a Lich? Vecna was a powerful, cruel wizard. Turn God even after dismemberments. Ooh. Yeah, it doesn't really do much on defense, and we can't attack this turn anyway, because it only triggers on combat. And we might just not have to pay life to equip it. If we draw another land, then... Well, Eye of Vecna is the better Vecna at the moment. Eye of Vecna. That one lets us draw cards, at least. We're getting closer. Eye Twitch. Play Eye Twitch. Equip Hand of Vecna to the Eye Twitch. Oh, okay, pass the turn. We're getting there. 2 pieces. We need 1 more. We need 1 more, and we actually can assemble Vecna. We're 1 piece away. Oh, man, it would be so sweet if we could do it in our first game. Can't attack because of the creature lands. Pass the turn. About it. Sphere of Annihilation reminds me of Engineered Explosives? No. I mean, I can kind of see a similarity. The biggest drawback is that it has Suspend 1. Like, in general, removal that you have to wait a turn to use is... Jeez, Alright. Well, that is the power drawing extra cards. Land. Unfortunately, all of our opponent's removal is exiling, which is very awkward. I'll hit you. Down to 5. Yeah, this Call the Death Dweller isn't doing anything. Pout it. Land. Come on, Vecna. We're so close. Opponent. Do you see the Angel Land interaction being a problem for Standard? I think it could be a problem for Best of 1 Standard. I don't know how you beat it in Best of 1, honestly. In Best of 3, there's sideboard cards you can play that are good against it. Huh. Well. Kite Sail Freebooter. Land. Uh-oh. The flood is on. Well, equip. Did they draw removal? Go to combat. Attack. Opponent. Oh, we're so close to Vecning. Double blocks. Well, we get to kill them both. Oh, that's good. That is a great solution. Kaisail Freebooter. Well, take a saw it coming. Pass the turn. I kind of like where we're at. There is a counter, which is going to make it hard to resolve our our last Vecna piece, but I also like the flavor of the set a lot. Do you think the AFR is going to change much of the historic meta? I think that there are some cards that'll be good additions. Actually, our top 10 historic video will be coming out in a couple of days, but wow, jeez. What a top deck. Oh, fire up Faceless Haven. Equip. Oh, if only we had one more mana. Pump it. Hit ya. Oh, this actually just killed us, didn't it? To the crawling barons? Yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh, well that, I think, is officially a pun. Good goodness. Oh. Yeah, I mean, the damage didn't matter. Well, did the damage matter? Yeah. I think the plan was to hold it, and then at the last minute I was thinking we wanted to leave up removal, but we didn't have enough of it. So we'll take a pump for that one. Spear was on 2, you could play Luris. Good lord. Good lord. Are we gonna have to play real? Ugh. Are we gonna have to play real decks to get out of silver? Yes. The pun is accepted. We played a lot of control decks in a row. Huh, I wonder if Tomb of Annihilation's actually... Well, we got Book of Vile Dark. This is the one we couldn't find last time to save our lives. We were drawing so many extra cards and we just could not get the Book of Vile Darkness. Couldn't do it. Well, let's see if we can find some Vecna pieces. Well, oh boy, it's this again. It is this again. About it. Bone Crusher Giant. Goes attacking. Now, playing a land. Archfiend's Vessel. Kite Sail Freebooter. Yeah, I mean, the countdown's on. 2 months, and we never have to say the words Eldraine again. About it. Yeah, I mean, we're playing best of 1. We're playing best of 1, and we're playing new cards against Eldraine, so we're certainly at a reasonably big disadvantage. Well, these Kite Sail Freebooters aren't looking great. Pass the... Well, go attacking. Hit ya. Pass the turn. Eldraine is still legal, yeah. Another couple months. This is why playing Standard 2020 is so awesome. Decks in the same level as you, Seth. You could test more cards. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure we'll play some Standard 2021 in the future. I think, for right now, for tonight, my feeling is... I feel like it's an admission of defeat, admission of Wizards messing everything up, admission of something. If you have a set release for a new Standard set, and you say, I can't play Standard, like, isn't that, to me, that strikes me as really weird. So, it strikes me as really weird to be like, there's a new Standard set, it's going to be really sweet, but we can't play Standard because Standard is horrible. So my thinking was we really had to try to give the set a shot in Standard, but in the future, we can switch it up in... Oh, God. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Well, this means our opponent top-decked Embercleave, of course. Block. Meh. Sure. We will sack. Do we draw a removal spell? No. Well, okay, so we take 10. Yeah. Well, we killed a couple things. Removal, please? No. Huh. Alright, new poll question. What is more powerful? The entire set of Forgotten Realms or a single Embercleave? Hey Seth, I know it's a Beefheart album on the back. I love it so much. Ah, yeah, that is a great album. Embercleave by a landslide. That was pretty good drawing for our opponent. We saw their hand the whole game, and they did not have the Embercleave, and then they peeled it at just the right time. Well, I have to say, we've done some cool thing. Oh, we have the whole okay. That's affecting the nuts. We got Tron. I know it's just like Modern Tron. This is what Modern Tron does. If you scoop opponent, I swear, if you multiply and scoop when we have Vecnatron in hand, I will never forgive you, Kaduki. This is fine. This is it. I Twitch, I hand book Vecna, Brazen Borrower. Oh no. They mulligan. Oh! Come on, Magic Gods! You gotta be kidding me. Oh, jeez. I don't know why anyone plays... I don't know why anyone plays Tibalt's Trickery. Well, Kaduki, you will never be forgiven. I'm going to write that name down. The name is being... I don't want to win. I want to assemble Vecna. What are the chances that we have the absolute nut draw in our opponent scoops? All right. Well, that's two Vecna pieces. That's not bad. And this one draws cards, so we got a shot. We'll see if our opponent plays well, they're doing this again, but they are technically playing Magic. Sort of. I Twitch, go. Do you have a winter hammer time on the schedule yet? Ooh, not yet. Oh dear. Not yet, but perhaps in the near future. About it. Definitely on the list. Well, if there's one thing I've learned over the last 2 years, it's that you can't really beat this double Fervent Champion start. That is the one of the best starts that Eldraine Red can get. Have we seen a single AFR card play against us? I'm trying to think. I feel like there was one. I can't think of what it is, though. Actually, I don't... Have we? Have we seen a single mono red... Or a single Forgotten Realms card played against us? You know what? Maybe we do just switch to the... Should we just switch to the 2022 cube? Like, do you think... Is that the right choice? Alright, chat, vote. Give me your vote. Do we switch? Oh yeah, we saw a Sphere of Annihilation of all things. Do you want to switch? Alright. Alright. I came mostly prepared for this with 2022 versions of decks. So we can play mostly the same deck. Alright, let's try that. Let's try that. Give it a shot. I mean, why not? So this is what I have for the post-rotation 2022 version of Vecna Aggro. Tugboat McGuire, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. What are the changes? So this is post-rotation. What are the changes? We still got the same plan. Book of Vile Darkness, Hand of Vecna, Eye of Vecna. Trying to get it on big, evasive lifelinking creatures. Eye Twitch, Evasive, Valentine, Menace Lifelink. Great with Hand of Vecna. No Priest of Oblivion, also Menace Lifelink. Really good with Hand of Vecna. We got Nighthawk Scavenger. We got Even Death is our recursive top-end threat. And we got a bunch of creature lands. We get Snow-Covered Swamps, Hive of the Eye Tyrant, and Faceless Haven. Trying them all sideboard, mostly grabbing Necrotic Fumes and Pest Summonings. So let's try the 2020. We tried. I gave it my best shot. I went into this saying I was going to try to play real standard. And we tried our best. And we played it for a while. And we'll just chalk it up as Eldritch. I think we learned. I think that's it. I think with the last hour and a half or 2 hours of playing Magic, Standard 2022 ranked is a thing. I wish there was best of 3. That's my only criticism is there's no best of 3. But I would say that I'm pretty confident we're not going to see a big change in Standard proper in the next 2 months. I just don't think the set has the power really to push Eldraine and Ikoria and that stuff out of the format. So yeah. So let's play against other decks that are preparing for rotation. Opponent, and we might actually see some opponents doing some cool. Ooh. All right. So opponent seems to be venturing. Well, Nighthawk Scavenger. I do like how evasive this deck is. We don't have any of our Vecna pieces, but yeah, that's fine. Opponent blocks. We get to get a And we'll take Pest Summonings. Pass the turn. Opponent. Currently 4 in draft, and I have to say, no one is picking the uncommon dragons. I have no idea why. The uncommon dragons seem really good in draft for me. Isn't it a bit odd to call it post-rotation when we have a new set along with the rotation? So what can we really learn? Ooh, there's Book of Vile Darkness. Go attacking. Hit ya. I mean, I think that saying post rotation isn't 100% correct, obviously, because ooh, Ranger class. Saying post rotation isn't 100% correct because you're right. There will be an Innistrad set by the time we actually get to full post rotation. Huh. Well, go to combat. Hey, hit ya. Eye Twitch. Land. The one downside of Book of Vile Darkness is this doesn't do anything until we get the other 2 pieces. But at the same time, like, I don't know how much we learn playing the new cards against Bone Crusher guy either. Or like the Eldraine stuff, because it's leaving in 2 months, so I don't know. These are the special versions of them, yeah. I like the dungeon module versions. Alright, Ranger classes for days. Raven form. Alright. About it. The reach on this thing is actually giving us night. Wow, okay. Big attack. Opponent wants to venture. Yep. Gonna do some scrying to the bottom. To the bottom. Well, kill this thing. Untap. Ooh, Hand of Vecna. All right, Hand of Vecna. It's taking on the bird. Go attack. I actually think Hand of Vecna is like a real card. Opponent down to 10. I think Hand of Vecna is like a legit equipment. What's your take on Innistrad Part 3 being split into 2 sets? Isn't this the first time we've had 5 standard expansions in a year? Smells like cash grabbing. Well, according to Wizards, there's not going to be 5 standard sets in rotation. Like, according to Wizards, it's still going to be 4 sets, which does mean something kind of weird is happening, but we don't know exactly what that is. You want the venture value? You got to take a loan. I don't think that Yuan Ti is... I don't know. It is awkward in go wide decks for sure. Like, our opponent's having to choose between deal a bunch of damage or venture. They choose venture. I guess they also get to get some damage thanks to Ranger class. Uh-huh. I mean, we're close to closing this out. It's not that far. We're getting in for a lot in the air. Oh, it's going to be close. It's going to be close. It's going to be close. So, apparently there's still only going to be... Oh, that's interesting. Apparently there's still only going to be 4 sets in Standard. My guess, if I had to guess right now, and this hasn't been announced, this is just pure speculation. But my guess would be that we're going to have some sort of special set in the winter. Huh. Yeah, let's take Necrotic Fumes. Hit ya. Actually, they can venture again, right? Let's play Scavenger. Play a land. Pass the turn. One more venture. We want the lethal flyers. They're as close to lethal as possible. My guess is what we're going to have is Innistrad in September, Innistrad in November. Normally, we'd be getting the second Innistrad set in like February, the end of January. My guess is we're getting Commander Legends 2 or something like that for the winter set. That's not announced yet. A master set, Conspiracy, Commander Legends, Time Spy Remastered, something along those lines. And then we go back to the 3rd standard set in like April or whatever. That is just my speculation. That's not confirmed, but that would be my guess. Alright, opponent keeps venturing. Another Outlander. And... levels up. Huh. Well, Necrotic Fumes. Get rid of that thing. Poet's Quill. Get a pass summoning. This game is super close. Super close. Tarkiri Mastered. Well, Pioneer Masters is apparently off the table. Jumpstart 2, I could see that. Well, let's see what our opponent finds. They can play creatures off the top. They get to draw a card with their... Wow. Just gonna get in there, eh? Grows a dork, grows a dork. Well, kill this. Block there. Stay at 11. Necrotic Fumes. Lethal? 1, 2, 3. Equip. I mean, this looks like lethal in the air unless our opponent had something. Hopefully. Hopefully. Right now we are playing, and that's GG. Oh, we are playing some Vecna aggro. So we get to Necrotic Fumes. Get rid of the Outlander. Poet's Quill. Equip. Exaxes. See, that I actually think that was super interesting. Our opponent was doing something interesting and new. We were doing something interesting and new. I don't know. I actually have incredibly high hopes for post-rotation standard. I actually have really high hopes that it's going to be super fun. I did see, I don't know, what do you think if you're going to go right now? We don't know Innistrad yet. Yeah, that was a very back and forth interesting match. That was not a like, oh, they played 3 Robber of the Ridges and the game's over. Like, that actually felt pretty interesting. What do you think will be at the top of the list? Excited for Vampires, I think the ability at Westgate Regent and AFR confirms that Madness is returning. The only thing is, I thought that at first too, when I first read it, but then I thought about it, and it doesn't actually fuel Madness though, right? Because Ward is when your opponent targets it, so you can't really use it as a discard outlet for your own stuff, I don't think. At least, I don't see how you can. Oh, Boros equipment. Boros, yeah, looks like Boros Warriors equipment. Well, kill you. Step 1. We're good at drawing Book of Vile Darkness. We haven't found the other Vecna pieces too much. Do you plan to play Limited today? Unlikely that we play Limited today, although, ooh, that's a Vecna piece. Unlikely that we play Limited today. What removal could they have? You know what, let's play Scavenger. Unlikely that we play Limited today, but very likely that we play Limited next week. Is Pioneer dead? Is that where we're at? Is Pioneer just no longer a thing? That actually kind of makes me sad. Kevin Falcony. Ooh, Maul of Skyclaves. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Gets in. Draws a card. Hits us. Yeah, that's a clock. Could use a removal spell. Down to 15. Huh. Well, Eye of Vecna. Draw a card. Magus of the Tabernacle and Jungs. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, there's piece 1. We still need 2 more pieces. And we don't have a way to kill this Akiri. This Akiri is a problem. I actually think that Boros equipment could be really good after rotation. Steaming Breadba, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Getting back a little bit alive. Maybe part of the reason Pioneer is in a good place is Wizards isn't focused on it. Yeah, I mean, I feel like Wizards kind of killed it, sadly. Like, they kind of... Pioneer could be the cheaper in between. Like, that's what it was so exciting about it. It was the not really modern, but kind of close to modern, and way, way cheaper than modern. That was one of the big appeals of it. I feel like Wizards mismanagement kind of killed it. I mean, I played Pioneer a ton when it first launched, and I really liked it, but then Wizards, for some reason, decided to let really obnoxious combo decks dominate the format for like 9 months or some ridiculous period of time, and that was that. So I blame Wizards. Like, I fully blame Wizards for it not coming to Arena, for it getting less popular. I'm sure Wizards is going to say, oh, the pandemic, and there might be like the tiniest kernel of truth in there, but I really think that that's mostly an excuse. Yeah, we didn't find a removal spell for Akiri. Did not find a removal spell for Akiri, and this Akiri is going to kill us. Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll stick in it because we could draw Vecna, although I don't even think Vecna wins. Like, I think Vecna still loses to this Akiri. About it. Elsia, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I mean, COVID hurt it, but I think COVID definitely hurt it more than literally anything else Wizards was doing. I wouldn't disagree with that. Like, I think COVID did definitely, it was a big deal, but the other issues, like the mismanagement of the ban list and so forth, like all that other stuff, that wasn't really related to COVID. So I feel like, yeah, COVID definitely didn't help it, but I don't think it's fair to say COVID is why Pioneer died. I think Pioneer died because Wizards made some. It almost feels like Wizards just didn't care about it that much, basically. I actually really wonder what's going to happen with Historic Brawl. I didn't realize that Brawl is legal in that format. Brawl is legal, correct? As your commander because of Jumpstart? That makes me very scared for the future of Historic Brawl. You know what? I think we just sack this and try to... I guess we should have blocked here. I was planning on trading, but I think we're losing, so we might as well try to Vecna. That doesn't do it. All right, yeah. Well, good Akiri start on the play there. We have a new donation from, but even that didn't feel like getting bone crushed. New donation from Jungles, $5 donation. I just played against you as Bant Dungeons. I had a Skyclave that I could cast all game. Good game. I hope you and your stream enjoy future standard. Well, Jungles, thank you for the donation and very good game. Brawl was in Jumpstart, I think. Was it in Kaladesh Remastered too? I know it was in Jumpstart. I don't know how many of you were around for... We gotta play this deck until we see Vecna. Actually, yeah, we do. We have to play this deck until we see Vecna. That's a cutoff. Once we see Vecna, then we can switch to another deck. But we gotta see Vecna. I don't know how many of you were around for... I don't know how many of you were around for them trying to make 1v1 Commander a thing on Magic Online. And Brawl, like... single-handedly destroyed that format. It was like so much better than... Oh, we're gonna see Hand of Vecna go off here. It was like so much better than everything else going on. And it was just Brawl mirrors, and there was a lot of hype for that format at first, and people were excited about 1v1 Commander, and then it just crashed. All night, hopefully not all night. It's already been a really busy, long week, so I don't think we can literally stream all night. Hopefully it doesn't take us all night, too. Oh, we're getting closer. Well, Hand of Vecna. I guess we also need a ridiculous amount of black mana, but, well, Lifelink Menace. Valentin. Not good enough for Old Standard. Pretty good with Hand of Vecna post-rotation. Pays for the life that we had to spend to equip it. Now we had a 5/5 Menace lifelink. So good. So good. So good, so good. About it. What do you got? Ooh, Cleric class. Alright, so opponent's just full on a life gain deck. Luminarch Aspirant, gain some life. Cleric life gain. Come on, black mana. We're getting close. One more piece and two more black sources. Actually, we should attack first because we get more pumping. Boy, that's a 6/6 Valentin. Maybe Valentin's just busted in this deck. Maybe we should be playing more of them. Kill this, and we get to make a pest. This is a Valentin win. Valentin Hand of Vecna going all the way. Did I see Spike's Demolich Phoenix list for Modern? Seems like a deck you might enjoy. Not really. I saw, like, I think a screenshot on Twitter or something, so I saw that it existed, but I didn't really see the list. But I do think that Phoenix is the kind of shell where Demolich can be really good. Through Book of Anything, so my control deck, I don't know if the card is good, but it's very, very fun. I think that it could be good in a deck designed to make it good, if that makes sense. Like, if you're willing to... Oh my goodness. Oh, we're not going to be able to do it because we're lacking black mana. Eye of Vecna. Okay, black mana. Oh my god, we're so close. Alright, new plan. We're going to... Rather than going aggro, we're going to kill this. We're assembling Vecna. We're assembling Vecna. We're passing the turn. We're going to chump. We're going to sack the pest. We're going to draw a black source. And we are going to see if Vecna is as spectacular as we're hoping. Black source. We get 3 draws for a black source. That's all we need. Probably going to be the creature land coming into play tap, but there better be a good animation, or I'm going to write an angry letter to Wizards. There really better be a good animation. I'm too excited for this Vecna. Gotta hydrate. Found it. No, pretty sure. That's fine. Goes to combat. Yeah. Attacks. Come on. Black source. Black source. Sack it. Draw. Untap black source. Double eye twitch. Well, okay. Alright, not there yet. Eye twitch. Pass the turn. Oh no! If we fail because we can't draw a black source, opponent. Vanishing Verse, so we will sack it. Learn. Environmental Sciences. Wow! Saved by the lesson! Okay. Okay. We will not pay. We will draw a colorless source, which isn't what we want. 2 mana. Environmental Sciences. Untap black source. Snow-covered swamp. Play it. Book of Isle Darkness. Exile him and exile him. Here it comes. Show us that animation. That was it? That was it? I mean, we got a Vecna. But I was expecting some, like, huge... I was expecting some huge thing to happen. We drew so many cards and sacked so many creatures to make this crazy zombie god indestructible thing. And it was just a token. But we did get a Vecna. We did get a Vecna. And I mean, it is pretty insane. 8/8 indestructible. At the beginning of your end step, if you lost 2 or more life, get a zombie, which we did last turn. When it enters the battlefield, you draw a card and lose 2 life. And it should have the upkeep trigger, right? Or no? No, Priest of Oblivion. That is fine. Opponent, how do you beat a Vecna? We will decline. We will play a land. We will Nighthawk Scavenger. Eye Twitch. Eye of Vecna. Attack for 13? Vecna's actually good. Vecna's actually super good. Opponent, Chump Logs. We make... Vecna's insane. Vecna's actually really good. I don't know how our opponent beats it. This is their black and white. I guess Vanishing Verse? They gotta draw Vanishing Verse. They gotta draw Vanishing Verse. The animation was not as spectacular as I was hoping, I will say. I was hoping for something massive, but that's fine. Blot out the sky. Alright. Opponent. Passes. Decline. Decline. An opponent cannot beat the Vecna! Okay. That was good. I actually... Oh, I like this deck. I like this deck a lot. Should we switch it up, though? You want to keep Vecning, or should we play something else? That was pretty awesome. What do you say, chat? More with this deck? Or what are the other 2022 decks I have? The other 2022 decks I have... Abzan Dungeons, Esper Crim, Lothsack, 5-color dragons, Teamer dragons. I think those are the other 2022 decks I have. Oh, I also have Elves. Elves and Naya Equipment. They don't say... The Elves and Naya Equipment are also 2022. legal. I think the Lothak is actually pretty sweet. I don't have a Bard class legendary deck yet. 5-color. All right, people want to see 5-color dragons. Let's try 5-color dragons. I got to add a land back in. So we played a little bit of 5-color dragons. Actually, should probably be a forest. We played a little bit of this in standard. We're switching it up for standard 2022. What's the difference? Not a ton. The big difference is no Terror of the Peaks. That rotates. We have to change up our early game a little bit, but it's mostly the same. We still have all the good dragons. We got Jaspera Sentinel to go with Magda as a ramp package. We got Skyclave Relic. We got Orbit Dragonkind. We got Dragon's Fire. Basically, jamming big dragons, smashing with big dragons, hopefully maybe even winning with big dragons. So, all right, let's try 2022 5-color dragons, and then figure out what you want to see. I kind of want to try the Lul Sack deck. I think the Lul Sack deck could be sweet. We saw a Vecna, though. We saw a Vecna. Did you try to make a Minion of the Mighty deck? Nah. I actually don't think it's... So, okay, story about Minion of the Mighty deck. So, yesterday, Wizards did this weird, but nice... I'm glad they did this. It's not a complaint, but they did this, like, weird early access day, but it was an early access day where... you couldn't stream. You could just record and then post the content later. And I was doing some recording during the early access day that you'll see some of on the YouTube in the next couple of days. But there was someone who really wanted to make the Minion of the Mighty deck work. It was pretty obvious. So they really wanted to make it work because I played against them multiple times throughout the stream. And they would play Minion of the Mighty on turn 1, or not stream, but recording. They play Minion of the Mighty on turn 1, and if you killed the Minion of the Mighty, they would just say good game and scoop. That happened to me at least 2 or 3 times that they would do that same thing. They would, alright, Adult Gold Dragon. They would play it on turn 1. If you kill it, they concede. And I think that's how the Minion of the Mighty deck goes, honestly. Oh, jeez. All right. Opponent's got the removals. Got all the removals. So I could see trying it for against the odds, but I ran the math before. Ooh, that's a card. That is a card. 1, 2, 3, 4. We need one more land. One more land. We will name black. Come on, one more untapped land for Big Mama Dragon. I ran the math before on... oh, no. On the odds of drawing your combo, if you needed 7 specific cards in hand, and I think it was 1 in 3.2 million games. So that's 6 specific cards in hand, which... oh, come on now. Oh, come on now. So that's a little bit better, but I still think that it's one of those decks that you could probably play for your entire life. And the odds of you actually pulling off the combo are relatively slim. How about a Imarith opponent? What do you think about our friend Immy? Ward 4 is a lot. That's a lot of extra mana our opponent needs. Opponent. Tap land. Goes attacking. We will... what are you playing, pump spells? What are you doing, Elite Spellbinder? Alright. Sure. Well, there's good news. Old Gnawbones has arrived. Play this, pass the turn. Come on. If we can get in this hit with Old Gnawbones... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Untap land. Untap land. Untap land. Dragon Turtle. Alright. We're going to draw the land eventually. And Tiamat's going to come down eventually. And it is going to be awesome. Opponent. Ooh. Faceless Haven. Got bad news for you, opponent. Dragon Turtle. What is a Dragon Turtle in D&D? It's such a weird dragon for Magic. Tap down the Faceless Haven. Untap land. Okay. Instant replay. Pass the turn. We need 1 mana! 1 mana! About it. Search for Glory. Oh, they're playing the... Oh, okay. Well, that is game then. They're playing the... Yeah, Exalted Deeds combo. And I don't believe we have a way that can beat this. Well, we drew the untap land, but a bit on the late side. Well, there's a Tiamat, eventually. Yeah, this combo, I think, and you'll be seeing this combo in the very near future, fully formed, but I think that this is going to be something people are calling for bannings for in Best of 1. That is game. Like, we can't stop it. I think in Best of 3, I think it'll be fine. Oh, yeah, and welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I think in Best of 3, it'll be okay. But I think in Best of 1, I think that people are going to, be calling for banning of that very quickly. I would be shocked if it was not the one of, if not the best deck in Best of 1 in the near future. If not before rotation, at least after rotation. So the combo is the Book of Exalted Deeds and Faceless Haven. Book of Exalted Deeds, 3 mana, exile it. You put a counter on an angel you control. That makes it a platinum angel, basically. You can't lose the game. Your opponents can't win the game. Well, if you can do that on a Faceless Haven, you just wait until your opponent's tapped out. Faceless Haven is all creature types. So you wait until your opponent's tapped out, animate it, turn it into a platinum angel, let it go back into a land, never animate it again. And unless your opponent can destroy a land, which is essentially something that no deck in Standard, really can do. There are some, like, really janky bad land destruction spells, but nothing you can play in your main deck in Best of 1. Then you essentially just can't win the game. Search for Glory gets both halves of the combo, and is it this deck again? So, as I was saying, in Best of 3, I think it'll probably end up being fine, because you can sideboard in, like, Cleansing Wildfire. You can sideboard in... Yeah, well, this one's over. You can sideboard in Cleansing Wildfires and so forth. But in Best of 1, like, what do we do? What does this deck do? We're playing 5-color dragons. Do we take and play Cleansing Wildfire, which is a pretty bad card in, like, every other matchup, in our main deck, just to answer this combo? Opponent. I mean, Dragon Firing the land sounds decent, but that also requires our opponent not having protection, which, I don't know, you'll see on the YouTube shortly. You'll see the deck in action and how busted it is, my version of it. But I think if you build this deck well, you're also trying to protect the combo. It's only 6 mana. Because you can tap the Faceless Haven to itself. Faceless Haven doesn't need to be untapped, so you only need a total of 6 mana. Yeah, Field of Ruin is not legal in Standard 2021. You'd have to play, like, Cleansing Wildfire. And the other problem is, like, Book of Exalted Deeds also does stuff. Like, Book of Exalted Deeds also is making all these angels. So if you just do nothing, Book of Exalted Deeds is going to beat you fairly, too. Yeah, like, we can't even really attack with our dragons because of just the tokens that Book of Exalted Deeds is making. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it goes. You could blink their tokens. Wait, how are we blinking? What blinks their tokens? I mean, I don't want it to be bad. I actually really like the combo. I think it's a combo that I think is perfectly fair for best of 3 Magic, because you have a sideboard. And this is a way that you can interact with it. Our opponent was not very patient. Did not wait for us to be tapped out. So we get to fizzle the combo this time because they were greedy. And now they have to reassemble. I'll play the land, reveal a dragon. Dragon turtle. Tap down a dork. Dragon turtle. Tiamat! We need a Tiamat. Go attacking. Mega treasure. Hit ya. Tiamat to refuel. Tiamat to refuel. So I'm not saying anything needs to be bad, but I do think, I don't know, some of you probably, oh, alright. Well, we got top ticket removal spell this turn, or that's it. Portable hole. That doesn't seem worth it, but okay. Well, do we draw a removal spell right this second? No, and that's the game. So some of you play best of 1 more than I do. Like, what do you think about the combo in best of 1? Because like I said, I don't think there's any chance. I don't think it's a problem in best of 3, because in best of 3 you can play sideboard cards to beat it. But in best of 1, what do you think? The problem in older formats, the combat is uniquely situated for Standard because Wizards doesn't give you good land destruction in Standard. If you go back to Modern, pretty much every deck has some plan for either winning so quickly that the combo won't be effective, like Prowess and Burn decks, they just win too fast for you to get to 6 mana, or they have land destruction because of decks like Tron, so they're playing Fulminators and Blood Moons and Ghost Quarters. So I don't actually think the combo has a much potential in non-standard formats, but in best of 1 standard in specific, I think the combo could be insane. Or Wizards needs to start printing more land destruction. That would be the other possibility. I mean, that is possible that... Ooh, that's sweet. It is possible that when we go to Innistrad, right now we don't see... Right now, we don't see much land destruction at all, but it's certainly possible that when we go to Innistrad, that'll change. We've gotten, like, Ghost Quarter in Innistrad in the past. I think it would be fine to put Stone Rain in Standard, honestly. Maybe not with the powering down that's happening going into rotation, but in general, I think it would be fine to put Stone Rain into Standard. So maybe Innistrad, maybe Wizards. I think the question is, did Wizards think this combo was something that was going to be played, or did they think it was a janky against the odds deck? But after playing it yesterday, I don't think it's a janky against the odds deck. Like I said, it's going to be on the YouTube tomorrow, so definitely check out the video because the deck is actually bonkers. It really is. In best of 1, again, in best of 1 in specific we're talking about. Or did they not see it at all? That's also... We have had that happen before, like copycat combo. Wizards didn't actually see it all, apparently. Well, we might as well... Galazeth Prismari. We get our treasure back anyway. And... yeah, go attack and hit ya. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're getting close. We're getting closer to... What dungeon they go in? Alright, Phandelver. People seem to like Phandelver. Book of Exalted Deeds and Faceless Haven combo. No Stony Silences in Standard. That actually, oh, Trinket, that actually happened. It was, I put it on my Twitter. The first game I played with the deck. Let me see if I'd probably find the picture. Avert your eyes. My clutter deck desktop. Where is it? This is a downside of the clutter desktop is how do you find a picture? Okay, here we go. This was the first game I played with the deck. The first game I played with the deck was the mirror. Opponent assembled the combo. I assembled the combo. Neither one of us could actually interact with the combo. So the game goes until, I think, until one of us dies in real life. I think that's the rule. You got to keep going until one of you keels over. No food, no bathroom breaks. You just got to keep playing. No cards in your deck. You can't do anything. Doesn't matter. But that is a thing that can happen. Because it did happen. It already did happen to me once. I'll play World Tree. Kill you. No. There we go. We don't want to sack our treasure for no reason. Kill you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A little bit more mana. We need a little bit more mana. Opponent. I want to see the Tiamat. Ooh, opponent's playing Lolth. Interesting. Interesting. Some Ricci spiders. Huh. I mean, I think Lolth is a decent card. Actually, no, let's just go to combat. Attack. Opponent blocks. And blocks. Sure. Gets back some loyalty. Galazeth number 2. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One more land and it's Tiamat time. One more. Hey, what's up, Vixaveron? How are you? Yeah, Lolth is, especially if you got a lot of creatures, I think it is pretty powerful. Ooh, Lithiform Blight. That is actually a pretty good option. That might be one of the more main deckable options, honestly. Alright, opponent about to complete a dungeon. Loses all types and abilities. Yeah, that actually does go way up in value, I think. Oh yeah, we can. You're right. I was thinking this was 8 mana, but that's the paladin tag, so we actually can do it either way. Dragon turtle. Well, Tiamat. It's big. It's bad. It gives us many dragons. All right, so let's see. Inferno. Emereth. Goldspan Dragon. Galazeth. Dragon Turtle. Seems good. Look at the hand! Look at the hand of dragons. Blight doesn't help, doesn't it? Like, so, Lithiform Blight, enchant land, when it enters the battlefield, draw a card. Enchanted land loses all types and abilities and has, whatever, tap to add generic mana, pay 1 life to add mana any color. Would that get rid of the ability? I assume that it would. I feel like that would get rid of the Platinum Angel static ability. I don't think that... The card is worded weirdly. I want to read the official rulings when it comes out. I'm not sure the ability is attached to the counter. It says, like, put an enlighten counter on the creature. That creature, period. That creature gains. So I'm not sure that it's actually fully Oh, I see. No blocks. I think they're just trying to get counters on lull so they can make more spiders without losing it. Still wouldn't be bad to draw a land or two. The treasures are keeping us in it, but... Wow, opponent's going to make treasures, or spiders anyway. Sure. Sure. Assassin! Another guard. Wow. Alright, opponent's actually dungeoning off at the moment. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. Yeah, I think that's technically it. But no, Lithiform Blight would remove the ability. But I don't think the counter is tied to the ability. I think Lithiform Blight would not remove the counter. The counter is a counter, so the counter would stay there. But I don't think that the ability is tied to the counter, if that makes sense. They're two separate things. The counter is just like a reminder, basically. But they're not actually connected. So it'll remove the ability. The counter will still be there, but getting rid of the ability is enough to deal with the issue. Oh, opponent already knows all of our dragons, so it doesn't really matter. Blue, red. Huh. Let's go blue. How do we get through these huge... So I think we got to try to make treasure... We're going to have to try to 20 them with this Inferno eventually, I think. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Yeah, let's play this. Get in with Tiamat. We have so many big dragons that I think it's worth. We're trading down ridiculously, but I think it's worth it because we just have a handful of like busted dragons. What is this doing it? Ugh. Yeah, that's actually the last level on this is actually going to be an issue, isn't it? That's going to make something pretty big. Yeah. Imrith does have a decent one. Maybe that's where they spent all their animation budget on the dragons. Spider block. All right, opponent just chumps. Sure, pass the turn. All right, let's see if they're going full power paladin class. Opponent. Lad. I mean, at some point they're going to have to just because they got nothing else going on. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, I guess we can chump block our way through it. It is scary, though. Attacking creature gets +1/+1 for each other attacking creature you control and gains double strike. Opponent. Yeah, I think the combo's sweet. I'm excited for the combo, but I'm also not a big best of one player. In the lore, don't paladins always slay dragon? Ooh, God, jeez, Kaya. All right, that's a real card.
How hard could it be?
About it. Takes up on the gargoyle. Goes attacking. Love to draw land. Makes a goblin, no blocks. Alright, there's a land. So play the land. Okay. Okay. The question is... So we tap this, we tap this. Do we go face? Do we have to kill Kaya? What do we do? We cast a 7 spell and did immediately win the game. That is true. It is not Emergent Ultimatum. Dragon Turtle. Tap down the Gargoyle. Dragon Turtle. Tap down the Gargoyle. Attack face. Opponent. Chumps and takes a budge. I feel like we got to try to close out the game. Because we can follow this up. So we hit our opponent for a bunch. They are basically out of flying blockers. They can kill something with Kaya. But then we can follow it up next turn with Inferno to hit for a ton more. So I feel like there's a decent chance that this just wins us the game before our opponent untaps with those gargoyles. Aren't you dead from the spider? Nah, we're at 14. We're good, right? How are we dead on board? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Even if they do this, we can block. Oh, actually, are we dead on board? So this would be 1, 2, 3, 10. Oh, he might be exactly dead on board. Let's see if our opponent realizes that. You are right. If they take down Kaya and level up Paladin class, I think that does give them Exaxes. I don't think our opponent's going to see it, though. I think they're thinking about killing dragons. Yeah. Well, couldn't they have taken down... So our opponent, couldn't they have taken down Kaya on Sentinel to get rid of our only blocker and leveled up? And then he attacked with everything. This is 5/5 doubles. No, it's a 4/4. 4/4, so 8. So we would just be alive anyway. Because it only triggers on each other creature, so it doesn't trigger on itself. Yeah, so it wouldn't. We would have been fine either way. Opponent. Wait, no, that is a 5/5. That would have worked. Oh, because it would have worked because they put the storeroom counter on it. Aha! Because of their venturing. Oh, they did have us too. Yeah, if they take down on the Despair Sentinel, they would have won. But as it is, they are not going to win. Wow, dungeons actually being relevant. I think we will block the Goblin. The Goblin of Doom. Opponent. I mean, either way, they had it if they just killed our blocker. But now, Inferno plays on red. Everything at your face. Little pump just to send a message. Whoo! Oh, it worked out. Well, the good news is, I don't know if it mattered what we did there. I guess we could have attacked less aggressively, but... I don't know. I didn't feel like our opponent... I don't know. I didn't feel like our opponent was going to have that line. I don't know why it didn't feel like it. Let's try a different deck. What if we haven't tried Lolth yet. Let's try Lolth. I would like to see some Lolth action. And this deck is kind of sweet cuz oh wait, this isn't 2021 Lolth. 2021 Lolth. I think this deck's pretty sweet. 2021 Lolth, Even Death for Days, Grim Wanderer, Lolth, Sacrifice synergies, getting lessons from the sideboard, drawing cards, killing stuff. That's basically it. Removal, I don't know. Maybe we... actually, hang on. I kind of feel like we need 2 more removal spells. Let's go power word kill. So basically the idea of the deck. We can tutor up Lessons. We can sack into Village Rites and Plumb the Forbidden. We can combo-ish with Sedgemoor Witch, sack our pests, get them back with Sedgemoor Witch with something like Plumb the Forbidden, and then the big payoffs, Even Death, and also Lolth to close out the game, along with a bunch of creature lads. Lolth might actually be a decent Planeswalker. Hey, see you, Vincent Wolf. Thanks for hanging out. Next stream on, I think, Monday. So we should be back to Monday's stream. So see you on Monday. Ooh, Even Death. All right. Let's see how good this new dragon is. We will keep. No Bahamut this stream. So the problem with the problem with Bahamut or Grandmaster of Flowers is fits best in a control deck. So I feel like the way to make it work is be like a full-on blue-white control deck. I actually do have a deck. It's the Esper Crim deck, but I will warn you, it is a full-on Crim control deck. It is not a janky combo. It is Drago full-on control. Ooh, that's a combo. So we need to play this, kill this, and then, haha, tragic backstory, Grim Wanderer, a 2-mana 5/3. You want to see it? We can see the Grandmaster of Flower deck. When is the next pizza stream? That's a good question. There is not one scheduled yet, but we should do another one. Ooh, Even Death. But we should do another one at some point in the not super distant future. Go attacking. Is 4 Even Deaths too much? I think that's a good question. I feel like it is one of our best finishers, and we do always want to find one. But because it keeps coming back from the graveyard, maybe we don't need that many. Now let's flash it in now while you're tapped out. Ooh, that a little purple animation. Grim Wanderer will be absolutely great in Modern. It might have a shot. I'm a little skeptical because of the flyer. What was the flyer that was like a Delver 4 mana for 3/2 Death Touch, but 1 mana if something died? Death Head Buzzard or something? Oh god. Oh yeah. No, we're not. We're not beating that. We're not beating that in a million years. Okay. Even, yeah, that's, I mean, sure. How did they, oh, this thing. Well, maybe we should have killed that silly land. Yeah, we don't. How do you beat a coma? We do not beat a coma. Sack, draw. Alright, next game. Next game. This is a lull sacrifice for 2022 standard, for post-rotation standard. Bone Picker, that's what it is. But Bone Picker was really bad, so I'm a little skeptical about Dread Wanderer just because Bone Picker was really bad in Modern. I think it could be okay in a sacrifice deck in Standard, because in Standard, a 5/3 for 2 is, like, insane. In Modern, a 5/3 for 2 is, like, okay. It's definitely not insane. Because in Modern, you have, like, Death Shadows and all the new, like, Scion of Dracos and Kavus. There's a lot of, like, no effort 5/5s for 2. Or 10/10s for 1 in Modern. So a 5/3 for with a bit of a hassle attached to it is maybe in the right shell it could be okay, but I don't think it's like insane or anything. Fight a class. I am not sure how good Power Word Kill is. There's a lot of dragons, there's a decent amount of devils and demons, and a few angels. There's a lot of stuff this doesn't actually hit. Although it is instant speed, and we're losing Heartless Axe, so... So you just gotta kind of gotta make do with what you got, but... Oh, I imagine it's horrible in draft. And it doesn't kill most of the creatures, or like half the creatures. Alright, opponent, gonna take a Bloodchief's there, so we'll play a Sedgemoor Witch. Go. Sedgemoor Witch is a card that I actually think is going to be really good after rotation. It's got a lot of power, and I think its power was mostly held back by... Oh boy. Spellbinder is obnoxious. By Bone Crusher Giant being so good against it. But when Bone Crusher's gone, Sedgemoor Witch can do some serious work. Power Word Kill can't hit Asmodeus. Ooh, that is a good point. It cannot. What do you got, opponent? Run out your equipment. I mean, it's not bad now. Kroll. Well, that's fine. That's something we can kill next turn. Dancing Sword. Wow. Not putting on the Kroll. That's risky. Sure. They know about these Bloodchiefters. Why would they not protect the Kroll? Well, we will not complain. Instead, we will kill the Kroll. Get a token. Hive of the Eye Tyrant. Smack you for a bunch. Pass the turn. No draft tonight, but we'll probably do some drafting next week. Oh, they're reprinting Bone Crusher next set. Don't say that, Barak. No. Maybe Eldraine remastered in like 10 years or something. Oh, is it other creature? Even if it's equipped? Oh, whenever another non-token creature. Oh, you're right. That makes more sense. I guess I kind of had to just go for Spellbinder. Well, then I take that back. I wonder why they played Kroll when they obviously were turning on Bloodchiefters and making a token with Sedgemoor Witch. How on earth are both creatures still legal? There have been points where it's nearly 32 copies in top pizza tournaments. Well, rotation's almost here. I think we've reached the point where there's not gonna... I'd be surprised if there were bannings. I think instead we're at the just wait until rotation stage of things. Huh. So 1, 2. So kill this. This Spellbinder tax is actually pretty big here. So, alright. 1, 2, 3. Bloodchief's Thirst. Kill Usher the Fallen. Get a token. Go to combat. Kill Nahiri, hit our opponent. Sack the token, draw a couple cards. Get back a token. Sack the token, draw a couple cards. Get back the token. Eye Twitch. Okay, that's good. That's what we wanted. We wanted the Eye Twitch. Eye Twitch is huge. That is huge here. Do I like Historic? I do like Historic. I enjoy Historic quite a bit, especially when there's new cards added to the format. Do you think Innistrad will be pushed like Eldraine? I actually think we're going to have a pretty reasonable power level for Standard after rotation. I really do. Like, Zendikar through Forgotten Realms does not seem broken to me. It seems pretty reasonable. So I actually have pretty high hopes that it's not going to be broken about it. I mean, we might have this. All right, levels up, sure. Ooh, there's our Lolth, too. All right, so we will... Let's see. Kill Luminarch Aspirant. Get a token. Necrotic... Actually, can we win? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? Oh, okay. On second thought, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. On second thought, maybe we just win. I was gonna like kill the elite spellbinder, make a token, but I guess winning's good. Winning's pretty reasonable. Do you like historic? Heard the Teferi's in the Innistrad set. I mean, it's gonna be themed after werewolves. Werewolves! Hey, thank you, Belly. I mean, it's werewolves. How overpowered can it be? Look at the werewolves through Magic's history. Like, go to Scryfall. We'll do it right now. Go to Scryfall. Type in werewolf. And just see what pops up. Or maybe this is Wizards going... Maybe this is Wizards going crazy. Because werewolves haven't really ever been super powerful. Like, Huntmaster's a good card. Brian Kibler bought hundreds of Daybreak Rangers, and it didn't work out for him. One of the most infamous failed specs in Magic's history. But werewolves have traditionally been underpowered, so maybe Wizards really uses them, but I'm not super worried about the power level. Hey, what's up, Daniel? Good to see you, good to see you. I look like a werewolf. I mean, it is a full moon tonight. Actually, that's probably not true. But... And then vampires. Vampires could be good. Ooh, Lotus Cobra. We don't actually have a way to kill the Lotus Cobra. That's frightening. Well, I guess we can do it this way. Necrotic's such a painful way. Play this, make a token, tutor up Necrotic Fume, sack the token, spend 2 turns killing a Lotus Cobra. Wow, they didn't have that blue mana. Well, this is painful, but I think we gotta do it. And not a big fan of where we're at against the ramp deck. No flipping back and forth. I mean, it could be flipping back and forth. We don't really know what the new werewolves will look like. What about the new werewolf that has a transform template without being double faced, basically? Yeah, we'll see. I don't know if that's the like future of werewolves. We have had other, I mean, greater werewolf. But there have been other, I believe, werewolves. Wow, are there not other werewolves that don't flip? I guess the ones that don't flip were just wolves. Yeah, I mean, maybe they'll be non-flip werewolves. I guess that would probably make them much better in Commander. I think Commander is where they tend to suffer the most. Our deck does not seem to line up well against Simic Ramp. Seems to be where Commander seems to be where they suffer the most, because there's just not a... It's too easy for opponents to flip them back and forth, and it's too hard to keep them on the good side. So with the focus on Commander, I could definitely see Wizards... avoiding flip werewolves just to power them up in Commander. Yeah, a little too late to the party here. Yeah. I mean, Landfall's probably back. Things like Skew Swarm, things like Lotus Cobra, those become a lot better after Bone Crusher and so forth is gone too. I do think that this sack deck can be pretty sweet. I think, I don't know. It's such a big adjustment going to best of one as a best of 3 player. It's so much different. It might not seem so much different, but it really feels so much different. Because I'm thinking like, okay, we bring in our like duresses and bring in our discard, and like that'll take care of those problems. But a Teamer Werewolf Commander. What blue werewolves are there? I think that's an interesting What would make werewolves go into blue? Oh, just to play up like the Flash theme? I can see that. Opponent. Well, that was quick and easy. Didn't even get to see what they were doing. Is the party mechanic viable now with Forgotten Realms? So Forgotten Realms helped the party mechanic very, very loosely. Like, what it did was give you a few more rogues and warriors and wizards, a few more party tribe members, essentially. It didn't have a new party mechanic, though. So it's not like you got any new party payoffs. So, I don't know. I think party, it's still got kind of the traditional problem of you still need to keep 4 creatures on the battlefield, which is still asking, that's a lot. That's asking a lot in a lot of matchups. Like, just any match. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Oh, Ruined Crab, that's right. Ruined Crab is still on the far. This might be straight up mill, though. I don't think you can play rogues after rotation. This might be straight up mill. Oh, kill it. Pass the turn. About it. What do you got? Oh, maybe this is Tasha's Hideous Laughter. I was thinking about trying to build a mill deck for standard. I just haven't got to it yet. Okay. Maybe it's not. Oh, sure. Take the Grimwander. That's fine. Yeah, the problem is just keeping him on the battlefield. I hope Rogues isn't a deck after. Rogues might be a deck, but I think it's going to be a ton different. Like, I think it's going to be a creature deck using Zarasan, using maybe the new unblockable rogue from Forgotten Realms. It's going to have to be more of a like creature mid-range deck than what it is now. Cuz it's losing. I don't think people realize how insane of a card Drown the Lock is. Drown the Lock is an absurd magic card. Like, it is absurd. It's Terminate and Counterspell in Standard. Wizards doesn't put Terminate in Standard. They don't put Counterspell in Standard. But in Rogues, Drown in the Lock is essentially both. In one card. In one card! And that is, I think, the biggest reason, probably the biggest reason that the deck is so strong. So I think after rotation, I would be surprised if Rogues completely didn't exist, but I think it's going to be a lot fairer and not nearly as frustrating. Hey, see ya, Max Rebo! Thanks for hanging out. See ya next stream next week, and there will be some sweet Forgotten Realm stuff on the YouTube over the weekend, so. About it. Rogan it up. End of the Story is another big one too. Lures. So there's definitely a lot of changes coming to Rogues for sure. Black Bloom Bog. Wind Robber. Yup. Goes attacking. Well, play a land. Let's power word kill Wind Robber. Go to combat. Attack you. Village Rights. Sack. Oh, Sedmore Witch is so good with synergies like this. Pass the turn. Just like sack for free and get your token back is so nice. Why not Lightning Bolt back? It sucks not bring it back. Lightning Bolt would be interesting to see in Historic for sure. I don't know about Lightning Bolt in Standard. That might not be great. Opponent, 1 to the top, 1 to the bottom. And tap land. Goes attacking. Huh. Well, Wolf. Make some spiders. No attacks. Alright, let's see Lul's power. I'm actually running a similar deck that didn't include much of the new set. Can you share a link? Oh, they got the Blood Chief's Thirst. Yeah, so the list on the dock is not post rotation proof. So that's a big difference. It is very similar though. I can try to export this exact version. Actually, let's do this now. They could be playing counters. Let's get down to even death. Trust that even death is going to close out this game. About it. Single and standard would be insane. Land. All right, even death power. Combat. About it. Staying aggressive, sure. We will take it. I don't know about Black Bloom Rogue. If post-rotation Rogues has to play Black Bloom Rogue as one of their threats, that might be a good sign that they're not going to be too good. I haven't tried Legends of Runeterra. How is it? Is it good? Whale. Ooh, alright. Wow, they're going to steal our wolf. Ah! Well, I guess we should have blocked. Lesson learned. Well, Lord, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big skip here for you. Thank you. Well, that's kind of insane. Yeah, I guess we were greedy not to block there. So opponent, Lolf. Takes down Lolf. Make spiders. We draw a useless land. Go to combat. Attack Lolf. Attack Lolf. Attack Lolf. Opponent blocks. I mean, I guess it's not the end of the world. We do get to beat it down. So opponent blocks. Lolf dies. Pass the turn. We can't keep getting hit by the Zarasan. Wind Robber. Sure. Black Boom Rogue. Sure. About it. Huh. Okay. Well, we will kill... Oh, it has Menace? Oh my god. Oh! Well, I guess reading the card does explain the card. Alright. Pass the turn. Spiders have Menace, apparently. How has 2022 Standard been so far? Much more enjoyable, I would say, than 2021 Standard, for sure. Less Eldraine about it. Goes attacking. Oh, we will block. Kill it. Wind Robber. Well, even death. Untap. Pass the turn. About it untaps. Oh, we're kind of at this weird standstill at the moment. We really don't want to get hit by Zarasan. I like Runeterra well enough. It took me a while to get used to how priority works, but it's really good. I might have to give it a try at some point. About it. Pass. Alright, so we will... Let's sack Even Death. Draw some cards. Play a new Even Death. Untap. Ooh! more lands, more lands, more lands. Well, play the land. Pass the turn. Wow, opponent's exit to draw a card. Sure. Favorite monocolored dragon? I really like the green one. I really like the treasure production. Variskoth. Okay. Opponent. Are we attacking? No. Alright, so. Village rights. Sack. Huh. Oh, maybe we plum? Let's plum. Sacrifice both. Draw some cards. Okay, there's an Eye Twitch that's good. And a Grim Wander that's also good. Even Death. And a Power Wood kill. Okay, that is what we needed. That's the action we were hoping for. That is exactly it. Now we can hunt for specimens. Get necrotic fumes. Necrotic fumes. Get rid of Varsgoth. I'm the evil one. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Playing Eye Twitch. Hive. Pretty soon we're going to be able to start attacking, and that is going to be wonderful. What lessons do we have to hump for? We have necrotic fumes, we have environmental sciences, the one that grabs a basic, and we have pest summonings. So those are the three. Yeah, we're playing standard 2021 right now. Opponent going after our Eben Death. Yeah, I mean that's fine. We got a million. We got another Eben Death that we can get back in the future. Opponent combat. Attacks. Yeah, let's just kill it. Not a angel, a demon, a devil. Hey, thank you for the cheer, Geomented. I've watched your content for a long time. I only recently found you on stream on Twitch. Thanks for all the entertainment and education that you've given us. Well, thank you so much. I definitely appreciate it. Oh, another plum. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so how do we do this? All right, let's... Village right, sack the Eye Twitch. Draw some cards. Turn on Even Death. Get a necrotic fumes. Land. Hunt for specimens. Get a pass summoning. Pass summoning. Necrotic fume. Get rid of Zarasan. And our archenemy rogues might be in trouble. Our sacrifice synergies seem to be coming through. We got a Vecna too, and it was... I mean, Vecna itself was awesome. Vecna itself was awesome. The animation was not all we were hoping for, but... What do you got, opponent? Yeah, things again augmented. And that might do it. See, new rogues does not seem nearly as scary as old rogues. Like, post-rotation rogues just is not that frightening. This is way different. Way, way different feeling. Alright, opponent. What do you got? It scoops it up. Oh. I really like the LOL sack deck, so... Oh. On that note, everyone, we didn't quite get through all the decks. We got through a lot of them. We switched gears halfway in, going to standard 2021, which was a bit of an experience, I would say. But yeah, so what do we learn tonight? What do we learn? Well, we learned standard 2022 is pretty sweet. Current standard, I like playing with the Forgotten Realms card. There's some cool cards. We got to see Vecna. We got to see dungeons being completed. We got to see dragons going off. We got to see LOL sacrificing stuff. So we did a bunch of cool things. Current standard, though, still pretty Eldrady. So I think standard 2021 is the way to go for the time being. Good news is, 2 months away from rotation, and the new set is sweet, and then we got tons to do over the summer. Exploring the new set in standard 2022, modern, draft, all that stuff. But on that note, everyone, that brings us to the end for tonight. We're going to do some rating. We'll be back on Monday with the next stream. Next week, we're going to do some limited, going to do some more constructed, bounce around a little bit. But yeah, so thanks for hanging out and exploring the new set, seeing the Vecna and all that stuff. Reminders on the way out the door. Replay YouTube. That's where you can find the old streams. Normal YouTube. Tomorrow's Much Brew. You're going to want to see it. It's a deck we've been talking about featuring AFR stuff. It is a sweet one. It is a good one. Maybe too good of one. And one more reminder, their sponsor tonight is Card Kingdom. And if you need some magical cards, you can get them over at cardkingdom.com. Even get a free goldfish sticker. Let them know you want one. Most importantly, thank you to all of you. Y'all are amazing and awesome and spectacular. Seriously, I appreciate y'all so much. Thanks for hanging out tonight. I'll see you next week to have some more fun. So until then, have a great weekend, have a great night, and I'll see you on Monday.